But the key thing is it definitely did not freeze, so there's room to get it out, and Meachem has a chance at a big end here. And for a team that hasn't played since October of 2020, you got to think this would be an amazing way to start this event. The first step on the trail to get to Saskatoon for the Tim Hortons Curling Trials. And of course, that event will decide our 4-player teams that will go to Beijing for the 2022 Winter Olympics. Shaun does have a Purple Heart, played in the 2017 Tim Hortons Brier in St. John's. Played as a member of Adam Casey's Saskatchewan team that year. No sweep, says Brady Sharbuck. Stay off. That's hanging out quite a ways. And is it going to make contact? It will not.
So just less?
So maybe that lack of playing activity does have something
I was just thinking
to do with it, because that was just a clean miss. So we're told that we just got live on the air. We've had some technical difficulties getting onto the air. Just so everybody knows, my name is Al Cameron. I'm the Director of Communication and Media Relations for Curling Canada, and we are live at the RA Centre in Ottawa. And this is the opening round of the direct entry, pre-trials direct entry event here at the RA Centre. There's 2 events running at the same time here in Ottawa this week, the pre-trials direct entry and the trials direct entry. And we are in the first end of this game between Team Jacques Gauthier of Winnipeg and Team Shaun Meachem of Swift Current, Saskatchewan. We're on skip rocks. And what was looking like a big end for Shaun Meachem up until seconds ago, he flashed on an open hit, mostly open hit, and now Jacques Gauthier has a chance at a steal. He's looking to get at least second shot out of this, and looks like he just got it there. So now it is Meachem sitting 2, and it will be, or Gauthier sitting 2, and it'll be Shaun Meachem being forced to take his single. So that end turned around in an awful hurry, but it should be a good opportunity. For Shaun Meachem. He will have a shot to score, but a great turnaround from Team Gauthier. 2 good shots by the skipper, Jacques Gauthier. Just so we can remind you of the lineups for these teams as Shaun gets ready to throw. It is Shaun Meachem from the Swift Current Curling Club. He has vice skip Brady Sharbuck, second Tyler Hartung, and lead Jared Loddish playing for the team. And Jacques Gauthier from Winnipeg, backed up by third and vice skip Jordan Peters, second Braden Payette, and lead Cole Chandler. So here is the shot from Shaun Meachem, and they are working it hard. They're called off to see. He needs almost to bite the button, and he's got backing. Will it hang on? And it will. So there you go. It is a single for Team Shaun Meachem to open this A-event game at the pre-trials direct entry competition here at the RA Centre in Winnipeg.
Hey, Shaun.
So this first one, whenever you guys got for that, it's probably back 8, back 12. So I don't know. No, I didn't find it.
So we'll head into the second end.
Lively, so
Team Shaun Meachem will have last rock advantage in this end, or Team Gauthier will have last rock after forcing Meachem in the first. Mentioned earlier in the broadcast, not sure if we were on the air yet, but Team Meachem, this is their first game together as a unit since October of 2020. They had planned to play a full season. A lot of teams planned to play a full season last year, and we all know what took place. Pandemic got in the way. Team Jacques Gauthier, meanwhile, they're playing in their second event of the season. They posted a 2-3 record
14-8.
at the Mother Club Fall Curling Classic earlier this month in Winnipeg. We have 5 games on the ice, all of them as part of the pre-trials direct entry event. A reminder that there is the pre-trials and trials direct entry, both of them all part of the Olympic qualifying process. 2 teams of each gender from the pre-trials direct entry event will go on to the home hardware pre-trials that will take place in Liverpool, Nova Scotia, at the end of October. And in the trials direct entry, you've got 5 men's and 5 women's teams here.
Yeah.
2 men's teams will advance, 3 women's teams will advance. And yes, I hear the confusion in your voices. Why the difference? Basically, it comes down to the fact that teams that have already qualified for the trials in Saskatoon, the Tim Hortons curling trials, 5 men's teams had already qualified, but only 4 women's teams, mainly based on the fact that Team Carrie Anderson won 2 trials berths by winning the Scotties Tournament of Hearts the last 2 seasons. So there are still more open spots in the women's side of the Tim Hortons trials, which is why there are more women's teams that will qualify out of the trials direct entry event here in Ottawa. 3 out of the 5 and 2 out of the 5 men's teams will go on. And if you don't qualify out, folks, I get it. This is a confusing process. We're going to try and keep you up to date and explain it as easily as possible, but the simple explanation about the trials direct entry event is if you don't get a berth here, they will all go, the teams that don't get berths here will all qualify for the home hardware pre-trials in Liverpool, so they will have 2 chances at getting a trials berth. But the games on the ice here this afternoon in Ottawa are all part of the pre-trials direct entry event. 4 men's, all 8 men's teams that are here are on the ice, and just 1 women's game here on the ice. So Tyler Hartung playing the wide hit, trying to get the hit and roll, but boy, they had to get a good scrub on that to keep it in play to make contact. But it is Team Gauthier with shot stone, rock in hand, and a corner guard up. So looking like he'll try the split here. Braden Payette being asked to play the split. Or it is an open hit, pardon me. It's a yeah, they're going to try and play the hit and roll, it looks like, behind their own corner guard. That was a chance for Meachem to sit too, so there's the hit, and it's just going to roll too far. And it looks like Shaun is going to call for the peel, so we're going to have what appears to be an open second end here. Tyler Hartung being asked to play the peel.
Might have been a little heavy, but little, I mean, not too hot, no. Ask him.
Oh boy.
We can tell you a few of the other games. The other 4 men's games that are in action are all in the second end. Team Chambers, Corey Chambers from Winnipeg, taking on Team Lyburn. An all Winnipeg matchup there. That's William Lyburn from Winnipeg, and it's 1-0 playing in the second end for Team Chambers.
Just sliding wide on that first one.
Got another all Manitoba matchup, JT Ryan taking on Shaun Grassi, and that's scoreless after 1.
Like even your slide was out.
And in the other men's game, it is Ryan Weeb, also from Winnipeg, in a scoreless tie, 0-0 with Team Vincent Roberge from Quebec, Etchemin, Quebec. And I have good news for you people. You're not going to be stuck with my voice for the entire broadcast. I couldn't be happier to be joined by our broadcast partner who has a pretty good background in Ottawa curling herself, Emma Miskew. Emma, welcome to the broadcast. Really happy to have you aboard. And obviously, you're not playing this weekend because you've already got your berth in the trials in Saskatoon, so a good chance for you to watch some high-profile curling in your hometown.
Just like out of the pot machine, you know?
Very tight, boys.
So, Emma, as just your first impressions, obviously you're seeing this curling facility for the first time, and I think you'd agree a lot of these teams are still in the feeling out process, getting used to the ice, getting used to playing, for the heaven's sakes. It's September.
Definitely. We were lucky enough to have curling in the bubble last year, but not everyone got that opportunity. So a lot of people have been off for a very long time. So it definitely is going to take some getting used to, and it always does when it's first comes in. Just take a minute and what it's doing, and it's just
And I guess from that perspective, not really a surprise to see something like a pretty wide open strategy being employed by a team that hasn't played an awful lot in Team Meachem.
Exactly. You don't want to give up a big end, not knowing the ice surface. So keep it close until you get to know it, and then you kind of go for it a little bit.
If we look back at that first end, there was an opportunity for Team Meachem there. They had the guards up and rocks in play, but just one half miss, and it goes from a 3 or a 4 ball to a force, and that's the nature of curling, particularly early season curling, if we're going to be honest.
Yeah, absolutely, and sometimes the ice just gets a little bit faster or throw a little bit too much weight, and you can definitely see it run, and I think that's what happened in that first end there.
I'm never going to throw that through. I'd rather have a guard, right?
So I think we're seeing that we'll just keep hitting from Team Meachem's perspective and see what can happen in the third end.
Yeah, at this point, the corner guards aren't going to help them at all, so they just want to get rid of them and blank the end, and then hopefully have some more stuff in the center in the next end.
It's weird.
So you mentioned, Emma, that you've played a couple of events out west this season. Obvious question that I'm sure everybody would like to know. How's the team looking? Obviously, the plan is to peak in November in Saskatoon.
Yeah, it was so nice to play, first of all, in a regular bonspiel, and it felt somewhat like normal other than having to wear a mask on your way in. Otherwise, it just felt totally normal pre-COVID, which was lovely.
I agree.
And yeah, everything feels really good. We played a couple of events, was in the quarters for both, and just still working hard, and yeah, hoping to peak in November for sure.
Not a clue, eh? So, okay.
Yeah, Olympic seasons are always a little different, and I can safely say this is the most different Olympic season that we've ever had. And perhaps we weren't on the air when we kind of gave a little bit of an explanation of why these events are taking place. Curling Canada had never operated these direct entry events in the previous qualifying events, but essentially a full season of qualifying was wiped out by the COVID-19 pandemic. So there had to be a new way to determine the fields for both the home hardware pre-trials and the Tim Hortons trials. But as we talked about as well, as much as this event is about developing teams that will go to Beijing, it's also about developing those next generation teams, and that's why you're seeing a lot of younger teams competing, particularly in this pre-trials direct entry event, just so they get a taste of Olympic pressure, Olympic intensity. I mean, yes, it's September 23rd here in Ottawa, but Beijing is still 5 months off. But the Olympics are on the mind of every athlete here.
Definitely, and we started off. We were lucky enough to be able to play in the pre-trials in 2009, and had a pretty good showing there, but didn't quite win those spots to get to the trials. And it's really motivating, one, to be playing for something that you've been dreaming of for so long. And we were very young at the time, but also to see those teams go on and represent the country and wear the maple leaf, it's all very exciting. And the excitement around the Olympics is very real.
Well, it's interesting you say that. Of course, that event took place in Prince George at the CN Center, those 2009 pre-trials, and that, of course, will be the site of the World Women's Championship next March, as we see Jacques Gauthier attempting to blank this end. Those Manitoba Tuckers tend to execute those shots pretty well.
Yeah, we had a chance for sure.
No concern on that one.
But you mentioned that event in Prince George, and I imagine in many ways it was an eye-opener for your team, so young, fresh out of juniors, as to what it's going to take to make that Olympic dream come true.
Definitely. There's so many great teams all across the country at that point, and even now I'd say tons of depth is coming up from juniors, already out of juniors. All these teams are putting a lot of work into it, and until you get the opportunity to play in a pre-trials, you don't really know how much work you do need to put in. So there's a lot of talent here, and I'm looking forward to watching some of it.
So we're starting the third end now. It is still 1-0 for Team Meachem, but Team Gauthier will have last rock here in the third end. This is Jared Lodish.
Straight if you can.
23 years old.
Definitely aiming for the guard here.
How Jared? Real nice.
Well executed.
Ice looks nice and fast, and there's a decent amount of curl.
We mentioned Cole Chandler was a former member with Jacques Gauthier, but he aged out prior to the 2019-20 season, but he did play with Jacques at the Canadian Juniors in 2019. 23 years old. He's being asked to play the counterclockwise draw. See if he can get behind that guard. Have to work to keep that straight, and it'll just tickle.
It looks like the ice might be starting to curl a little more than they're expecting in certain spots, which does happen after the ice breaks down in practice sometimes.
Well, and it is green ice too, right? This is the first time that this is going to be a full-time curling facility. For those in Ottawa who don't know, and Emma, you obviously know a little bit about this, there was a curling facility here at the RA Center, but it has been converted to pickleball courts, full-time pickleball, the hottest sport in North America.
Becoming very popular.
And this now is a former hockey arena, which is now full-time hockey, but full-time curling, but again, it gives you those arena ice conditions, and it's going to be, I think, an adjustment to get the ice perfect here, but you got the right guy on it with John Wall taking the helm of the ice this week.
Yeah, it looks like it's curling, and it seems like it's a decent speed, so as it gets broken down a little more, we'll see him probably tweak some stuff, but as of right now, it looks pretty good for green ice.
Here's Cole Chandler, and he's one of those southpaws we were talking about, so we will continue to use these clockwise. That is his counterclockwise draw, and again trying to come around that guard.
Wait good. Should be here, 14-2.
Sliding a bit better.
Jordan, yep. Back eight, back eight.
I'd like to keep that in front of the tee line if they could, but now they're going to take it deep.
That seems to be a spot that is pretty quick, because we've seen a lot of rocks go and slide a little bit deep there.
Yeah, same spot as the first end, right?
Yeah.
No. Tyler Harton, he is 28 years old. Working with the Ministry of Highways and Infrastructure in Saskatchewan in pavement marking, which is a great title.
Needs to curl then. Needs to curl then.
Mentioned, I'm not sure if we were on the air, but he did play in the Ali Jenkins mixed doubles event last week, and it looks like he has a nice shot there. He played with Chelsea Carey in the quarterfinals.
When they're coming in at the
lost to Isabel Rana and Rasmus Rana, who made the trip over to play in that event.
Something like that, yeah.
Line's good.
Braden Payette, 21 years old. Again, they're going to try and get around that center guard, Emma.
Yeah, it looks like they're sweeping hard, trying to get it by.
Okay, stopping.
Oh, and I think they've
Yep, bounce it.
tried for plan B now to roll it off. Oh, not quite.
But boy, that suddenly goes advantage Meachem in a hurry with that overlap guard now too, does it not?
Yeah, the overlap guard can be pretty scary because there's no run back.
What rock is that?
And we can see just on this ice right now where you put the broom, this is swinging far more than pregame practice.
Yeah, good, yeah.
Yeah, and it looks like they've picked up on it, which is you have to be heads up on the ice changing after first practice and then after the first couple ends, and it looks like they have.
Big opportunity here for Meachem to set up the steal if they can get this into a good spot.
Definitely want to avoid being deep. Oh, just a little too much. Really nice line on that.
And it looks like Jacques has had enough of those overlap guards. Wants to make them go away in a hurry. That rock going deep obviously made this decision a lot easier, I think.
Yeah, and it's in a position too where it looks like you can double those two off if you get access to them.
Well, you left one up though, so.
It didn't roll the guard probably as far as they wanted to. No overlap though.
Okay.
I know a quick question that we will answer right away. No, the new rules that are being talked about by the World Curling Federation, they are not being used in this event. Anything that's to do with the Olympics, they are going with the rules that have been used for the last 4 years. The proposed rule changes will be in play at the World Men's and World Women's Championships. So ticks still allowed at the direct entry pre-trials event and the direct entry trials event. Brady Sharback trying to get another one in behind that guard.
That's really a nice finish on this coming in there.
That'll work.
Yeah, it's nice. Rock placement above the tee line. You can't take away everything, so there will be a run back here, but have to make a run triple.
Jordan Peters now, 22 years old.
Yep.
Trying to play the runner.
Yes. Hard. Whoa. Go shooter. Go.
Oh,
Oh, so close, but just kind of moved everything around.
and it is Team Meachem sitting 3 and moved everything onto that center line too. So suddenly that last rock draw is looking a little sketchy for Jacques Gauthier.
Definitely not the position you want to be in as a skip, but hopefully they still have a couple rocks to clear this up and give their skip a shot for one, hopefully. Looked like they were taking quite a bit less ice for the guard than they were for the come arounds, which sometimes happens where the finish is really late because the guard is stopping so much earlier. It doesn't quite curl as much as the draws in there do.
Well swept by
great
Tyler
shot.
Hartung. And Lodish, very nice. Just a quick update, there one women's game that's on the ice in the pre-trials direct entry. It's Team Caitlin Jones from Winnipeg taking on Team Ashley Howard from Regina, and it is Team Howard with a 2-0 lead. One in the first end and a stolen one in the second end.
I don't really have a draw in the middle anymore, right?
Those guards look easier than they are to place perfectly, especially on swingy ice. So I think that's a pretty perfectly placed guard.
Well, you can tell just by the amount of time that Jacques Gauthier has been thinking about what exactly he's going to have Jordan Peters do here.
Yeah, any deeper, he's probably playing the run back, and any higher, it's an easier chase, but it's almost right in between in that perfect sweet spot.
Is this a dumb call?
No, let's play.
Reminder,
Rod.
we will be back on the air at 3:30 Eastern
What do you
this
guys
afternoon.
Like? I don't know. Yeah.
Women's game featuring Team Saint Georges taking on Team Laurie Saint Georges from Quebec against Team Jill Brothers from Halifax. Another first round game in the pre-trials direct entry event. So it looks like the run back again, Emma.
Yep, they're on off. Oh,
Good try.
so close.
Just wow. And you know, it looks like it missed by a mile by the way it passed by the rocks in the rings, but really it only missed half an inch, if that,
Yeah,
off
at
center.
most.
Try, Jordan.
And
First
now,
game too, you never know how much those are going to come up, but
now those
They
two
know
red
now.
guards that are out front basically take away a draw. And the only thing I think he's going to have is a run back of one of those in, an angle run, because you know Shaun Meachem's going to try and place a guard right on that center line.
yeah, a well-placed guard here is definitely going to put Gauthier in a lot of trouble.
First skip rock for Shaun Meachem of this third end.
This end felt to me like 2020 provincial final. We didn't make one shot before you threw.
Definitely don't want to leave a hole.
The red.
Looks pretty good.
Even if you stick it here, I guess.
Yeah.
If you can pull it out like that, that's
Then give me where I need, eh? I think a little wider shouldn't do
So
anything.
Jacques Gauthier now will look like he's going to try and play the angle raise on his own guard there.
Yeah, the angle doesn't look great with this rock, but even if he can get one of those out and
Yeah,
keep his
just a
shooter in
whisper,
there, then
but
he might be able to run the
I
other
think
one
this
on his
shot
next
is to dead
shot.
nut it, but if it curls up and we just off nose, it's good too. But. Close. Curl.
Big shot to get out of trouble here, potentially. And that is going to miss on that high side just a little bit. Now, Shaun Meachem
It's too much ice, I think.
sitting
Just
three.
that nice.
So they're forced into the other turn for the
A little
guard
too
here.
much ice, eh? I actually didn't
Don't
mind
think
that
we've seen a
throw.
whole lot on this side, so it'll be
Okay.
interesting
yeah,
to
then yeah.
see
mean,
how
because,
much
like,
it curls
I
and if
think
they can place the rock
The
where
way
they
that I'm
neck to.
throwing that, if I slide on the nose, we're backing it up, right? We're not curling it. I mean, that was a safer
The
miss,
cagey
but-
veteran, Shaun
Yeah,
Meachem.
no, for sure.
I'm sure he's going to love hearing that.
Another red one if you want.
Might be for two.
Maybe.
41 years old.
On this early for line, I think. I think they're going for a plan B here.
Well, sitting four is not terrible either.
Nope. It turned out really well.
Can I get all four?
Can
Get all
Jacques
three.
Gauthier score here?
I don't believe
Just give him
so.
one.
I think
get it too
had that
serious.
rock been a
I
guard,
think it goes by, eh?
then they would have had
Might
the
just
angle
go
run back
by
on
and
that
go
red
into here
rock.
if we go-
But
That's it.
where
Is it that?
where that
or-
draw
is
ended
you
up
gotta
going,
think
I
it's a
don't
straight
think there's a
triple, eh?
shot for
I
one.
don't think we run that.
Maybe still the run
I
back,
think
but
it's
it's
gonna run
very
where I throw it.
risky.
It's up to you. If you like run,
Yeah,
throw a run. I don't.
I think
don't
he's going to
ever
have
see
to
this
make
cue going back
contact
into the
with
red,
his
but-
own stone on that rock he
No,
just
I'm
touched.
saying like.
Yeah, I
if
think
go
he'd be
too
pretty
Have a
fast.
happy with
prayer.
Yeah, I
a,
think
a
you're right.
one
Oh, that
steal
way.
here.
Okay.
Yeah, giving up one would be a win here.
Close,
Yes.
Jordan. Give me a lick more. I think it might come up a little bit in this spot. thick, half, thin half.
That said, we have seen Jacques Gauthier. I remember a couple memorable shots he made at the New Holland Canadian Juniors in Langley a couple years ago en route to that victory that didn't look all that doable at the time, but he sure made rocks fly in a hurry. He can throw it hard and he can throw it accurately. He'll need to do both.
Whoa. Yep.
Trying to keep it from curling too much. Got by the guard.
Go.
And it will be a steal of 2 for Team Meachem, and I'm not sure he could have done much better there.
Maybe a fraction thinner. He was really close to making a triple there. Just had to hit it maybe a hair thinner, but really good attempt considering how much trouble they were in.
So it will be Team Shaun Meachem stealing 2 in the third end
Okay, boys.
to take a 3-0 lead
Nowhere to
going
give it up.
into the fourth end.
With the 5-rock rule, even being down 3-0 isn't that bad. It used to be worse. The 5-rock rule makes the comebacks a little bit more attainable.
Well, and lots of time here too, and that's, you know, maybe that's something that comes with age, patience, and but Jacques Gauthier has managed to have these comebacks before. I'm just going to delve into the internet and come up with a great story, but I witnessed a big comeback from him at those Canadian Juniors in Langley a couple years ago that was quite remarkable. So it's certainly in his wheelhouse.
Yeah, and every time you have one of those comebacks, you just get more confidence that you can. So knowing that he's done it before, he won't be as concerned right now. Don't have to make it all up in one end either. There's still so much time left in the game.
Yeah, first draw of the
Nice.
2020 Canadian Juniors in Langley. He's skipping Manitoba against Greg Shields' Quebec team.
Mine's
And
really
Shield
good.
went up 6-0 after 3 ends.
16-1.
So 3-0 after 3 ends. I mean, that's nothing.
Yeah.
Gauthier came back and won that game 10-9 in an extra end. So
Wow.
he does know how to come back when needed.
He'll probably be remembering that at this point. The important thing this end will be at least to score. You definitely don't want to give up another steal here.
You know, the name Shaun Meachem might not be familiar to a ton of fans, but he is, like Ed mentioned, he's curled an awful lot in Alberta and Saskatchewan and played at that Brier in 2017 with Adam Casey, and also skipped Saskatchewan at the 2020 Canadian Mixed Championship.
Lots of experience.
Yep, for sure. Did an awful lot of curling in Alberta in the mid-2000s with a guy that a lot of Albertans will be familiar with,
What do you think?
Robbie Armitage. Fun guy out there. We understand Rob's dealing with some health problems and wishing him the very best. Former World Senior Men's Champion, Rob Armitage. So Shaun kind of learned a lot from Rob, I'm sure, over those years playing together that he is employing now as a skip.
Looks like they decided to put the 2 guards up on either side of the line, center line here, getting not stacking them, which you often see.
So you see a lot of club curlers might be concerned. There's 2 yellow rocks, right? Why don't I hit them?
Good scrub.
If you don't get your 2 guards up when you have the free guard zone, often it can turn into an open end like we saw in the second end, where if you roll out on one hit, the peel is called and then the end is over. So in this situation, you put your 2 guards up even though there's 2 rocks in the rings, and then Meachem's team here is going to try to guard that, and Gauthier's team will either try a run back or chase it if they can see anything and clear that out on seconds rocks so that they can then use their corner guards.
I'd still hit. But that's why I never got out of a club into a play down. So
Well,
no, but the logic is obvious. That's you got a free guard zone rule. You should be using it.
it's always a risk you take, and if the guards are all made perfectly all end and you don't hit your run backs or make contact on your run backs, then you're probably going to be in some trouble at the end. But you have to make the big shot in order to be able to use your corner guards.
But there's an example of maybe a guard that wasn't placed perfectly by Team Meachem, because now Gauthier can see portion of that rock and they'll try and play the hit and roll and use their own corner guard.
Exactly, and the chase behind too, even if they tick the guard over, it's just another corner guard, so they know that that's the miss that they could have if they're not going to make the shot perfectly.
Just really firm.
And they want to hold that shooter if they can, but it will
Board plus.
roll out. Braden Payette.
That looks like that ran pretty straight on them. They were on it early and then got off it, seemed to straighten out quite a bit.
Didn't overthrow it. I think that was the weight they called.
Sometimes that happens as you bring your weight up. It goes much straighter than compared to the draws.
Shake it up.
And it's hard to look at a really tight broom when you're seeing 8 feet of curl on a draw, but
We're good.
those shots sometimes do run quite a bit straighter. It's the first game. They'll know that for future games and as the game goes on as well. Looks like they're trying to potentially tap this up.
Brady's trying to get as much curl out of it as he can. Good scrub there.
It's a pretty nice shot.
Yeah, that's a nice outcome.
Go the same weight.
So another attempt at the hit and roll with just a kind of a hack weight, it looks like.
Much more. Pull. Gotta go.
At least
Hammer it.
So they're calling that it's board, and it looks like
Hammer.
with board weight, it's running quite straight there.
That's
Oh my
yeah,
God.
same outcome, just either tossing it a little wide, maybe, but that looked like the right weight that they were asking. So, but this is kind of a repeat of the last end, where just a couple of half shots, and Team Meachem has been in control of the ends for the most part.
Yeah, and like I said, that's always the risk of ignoring those rocks. You do have to kind of clear out on seconds rocks in order to not be in some trouble. So they'll definitely have to make a big one here on thirds rocks.
Well, good thirds know how to bail out their skips on occasion. You've done that on occasion yourself?
On occasion, but I'm usually set up pretty well.
Looks like the guard was the call on this one. I don't know if they were trying to come in or not, but it's going to come up light. They'll get a stagger. And
It's not a
suddenly
bad
that
mistake
Meachem shot stone is in jail.
Such as switching to defense here when you're
It's
down
too
3-0
straight.
isn't ideal. I feel like the double peel
I think you can make that, but I think it's too
might be the
straight.
safer move to make sure that you at least get your one.
Just a reminder, all the games that are being played here, you can get all the scores all the time. Curling.ca/scoreboard. Curling.ca/scoreboard. You can get all the scores, the draws, the team lineups, the schedule for the direct entry trials event and pre-trials direct entry events here at the RA Center in Ottawa.
I'm rolling your way.
So it looks like he has decided to play the double peel.
Whoa. Lead, yep. Hard. Okay, that's a good shot.
Why are we not calling line? Whoops.
Well, got rid of the overlap, but still in a little bit of soup here, I think.
Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate where the yellow rock jammed into their corner guard because it took
Just
away
take
that
off
draw
or
path
what?
into the button.
Like we didn't call anything until.
This is Shaun
Don't worry
Meachem's
about it.
going to get his vice skip. Brady Sharback to just bring another stone into the rings, it looks like, behind that long red guard.
I think even if they throw a tight guard just around the red higher guard there, it kind of gets the job done of taking away that run back as well. Looks like it just took off on them.
No, don't move it. Don't move it. Don't move it. Oh.
Well, another guard's not the worst outcome.
No, I'm wondering if they punched open a hole. Maybe not.
I think they'll play the run back, one of the two, it looks like.
You like firm? I don't mind firm. I used to try to dead nut it if anything rolled there. The curls, I think nose is close, not quite. Or you like peel? We gotta make it.
I'm good with either. I don't. You like
I think
firm?
it's more sweeper friendly with firm. Should be a little straight.
Jordan
Whisker
Peters
on.
being asked to throw this. A lot of good things can happen on this, Emma, but run doubles there, hit run stick.
Yeah, there are a couple options for sure.
Yeah! Yeah!
Didn't throw a ton of weight at it either, so they want to control this.
Okay.
And that was
The
not
in-between.
the outcome at all.
I've had that result on my shots a few times where you, if you let it curl a bit more, you might get something, and you go for the first one, and if they had stuck it onto that side rock there, it wouldn't have been so bad, but they got caught in between, so that's too bad.
I thought you slid on like the nose there. It maybe was a little not enough room, but it was definitely a tight throw. I think maybe I could have gave you more, but I think read the stick, it's probably ice for nose, I'd say.
So now Shaun Meachem throwing his first rock of this fourth end. And plug the hole, Emma, or come right in?
I didn't see exactly what they called, but I think that they would be happy with just short of the rings so that there's no run back and there's no way in.
Team Meachem sitting 2 and in a 3-0 lead here in this fourth end. Opening game at the pre-trials direct entry event at the RA Center in Ottawa, and they were coming in. They will sit 3 now.
Yeah, that's a pretty good shot.
The run might be there. Right?
Run back on the red rock is really tough, and they're under cover.
Looks like it overcurled a little bit.
I think we have that, right?
You're thinking double, or you're thinking?
Can they see enough of that stone that Jacques is touching to get the double?
It's a board weight shot.
It doesn't look like it to me, but they must be able to see a little bit more than it looks like we can.
This is, look at the line. It's not very fully.
That looks like a hard shot.
Yeah, that looks like a real hard shot.
I just think
Skips always see these things.
I'm almost rolling out anyway, so I might as well
Skips have a different orchestra playing in their heads, so as I always like to say, than everybody else. So,
I like half.
but the point is, he believes it. So we'll see if the outcome is there. It certainly change the complexion of this end.
Yeah, like soft half.
Okay. I don't know 100% what it'll do, but
Jacques Gauthier talking it over with Jordan Peters, and that is the call they're going to make. Clearly not throwing a lot of weight at this.
No, it looks like for where they're putting the broom, it looks like they're playing their hack or board weight shot.
If I hit what I can see, I think I make the double. Even a little thinner for the double maybe, but we would be shot. We want to make sure we kill that yellow, I guess. Hairless! I'm gonna
You don't like to say must make, but this is kind of in that realm here.
Yeah. You definitely, even if he can get this out of the 4-foot and doesn't stick around, he might have something on his next for a single, but you really have to have a shot in your last here.
Close. Whoa. Close. Yep. Close. Yep. Yep. Yeah.
Been a lot of really well-placed draws and guards from Team Meachem to put them in this situation.
I think that's going to get by, and it will not.
A well-placed guard here is going to make it real tough to score one.
Anywhere on that
Just tight
around
ice
that
there,
broom that
I thought I threw that really
Shaun is touching, Shaun Meachem,
Definitely
he'll
not
be in
quiet,
good position for another steal here in this
No.
fourth end.
Well, it rolled.
Just out.
Yeah, it rolled
I
just
think
about.
that's what I
Reminder that
wanted
this
to throw.
is
Like,
a
it was
triple
very
knockout
sweet, but
draw.
it was
Pretty close.
So a loss in
It-
round one
I
is
mean, it
not a
looks
disaster
like
by
me from the
any
half,
stretch
but
of the
the first one
imagination.
was
There's
big.
2 more lives.
I don't know.
No.
Nobody likes to qualify out of a event anyways,
Second
right, Emma?
corner was probably the wrong call with how great.
As long as you take your
That's
all the
what I was
information out of your first game and bring
if
it
you can make a
forward,
run,
if you're going to
or,
lose a
you know,
game, the first one's
You can make
definitely
a
the
run,
one you want to
and that's
lose.
the call,
I've
but-
been off on every single run.
What's that?
I've been off on every
yeah.
single run too.
So the draw attempt
at least you're
being
super close.
for Shaun Meachem.
Oh, it's a matter of
Sitting
just, like,
3.
breaks a little bit and then
His last stone of this fourth end.
I think his goal was to place the tight guard here, but it looks like it's hanging out for line.
Maybe, yeah.
Boy, hung out there forever. They're trying to get any kind of curl out of it, and
try the same thing.
it did not.
Yeah.
So
His-
they're
It's all or nothing.
His first rock
basically,
really
right?
curled, so I think that he was trying
I
to
don't see anything else.
get a little
I don't hate
wider
throwing it a
so
little
that he could
harder.
block
Sorry?
off this shot.
I don't
And
hate throwing it a
his
little
first,
harder.
if he threw in the
I mean, I
same
guess
line,
we
it
could
would have
throw the same-
overcurled a
same
little
weight.
bit.
What do we throw
Um,
here?
Sometimes on fresh
yeah,
ice,
just on
the
the inside
12
of
foot
that,
can be
probably
a
like
little
right
bit
there.
straighter,
Would've
so
been- if
might
I
have just
would've
got
hit it
caught in a
high,
bit of a
it
straight
would've hit
spot.
there.
It was really going.
So first
yeah.
thought was there.
Okay.
Hella close.
Okay.
Do you like that or
so
is that
big
tight?
chance to get out of this fourth end.
There's also the out
Jacques
draw if you
Gauthier.
want.
I don't think I can
To
get
get
there.
3, and it's not going to be an easy shot
Same
by any
weight.
stretch, but
No, he did just see it, so hopefully he knows
Yeah, I like
what
it.
it's going
I like
to
the
do
weight on
here,
the
and he
last
has
one. I like
confidence
the throw
throwing
and
it.
stuff to take more. Need a little more. Yep. Whoa.
On
Yep.
it early.
Yep.
trying to keep this straight.
Yep. Yep. Hard. Hard. Hard pull. Hard. Hard pull.
Chandler's got to get by that top one.
Oh,
And
wow.
wow.
What a great shot.
What a super shot. That's a game saver, Emma.
Definitely. Scoring one was very important there, and that was not an easy way to do that, but very well executed.
Make it. Good
throw.
sweep, Cole. Good sweep.
Well, that's why the skips get paid the big bucks. And a big smile on his face as they fist bump all around.
A smile, some relief.
Yeah, get rid of it. We don't want it.
And you know, 3-1 on the scoreboard, it's still, they're 2 down without. But shots like that can really change the momentum of the game in terms of just getting everybody to relax, too, more than anything.
Definitely, and there's still 6 ends to go, which is a lot of time even just to force and then take 2, and all of a sudden it's tie game
It's just probably nerves.
Make room for a
first game.
couple.
a couple ends later.
So we head into this 5th end. First round action here at the RA Center of the pre-trials direct entry event. I'm Al Cameron from Curling Canada, joined by former Ontario Junior Women's Champion and a few other things, Emma Miskew.
Mine's good.
Emma, you said you'd curled at the RA Center years ago in the old curling
Quiet.
facility.
2.
Yeah,
Any idea what you curled in?
Just a 2.
I think it was probably when we were bantams, to be honest. So that bantam, the name has changed. That would be about under 16, I believe, or 16 and under. And I mean, if you check out my age now, it's been a very long time since I played there. Not a lot of events overall are in Ottawa, so this is really exciting that this event's taking place here.
The RA Center, for those outside Ottawa, it's a giant facility with all sorts of recreational facilities. Used to be exclusively for federal government employees. Now I believe it's open to the public at large. And they're undergoing some renovations here, part of which is taking the old curling facility and dedicating it to full-time pickleball and moving curling into this hockey arena, which gives it a little more of a high-performance ability in terms of preparing arena ice for curling, which is what we're seeing here. And I know there are those out there who are granite junkies who need to know this sort of thing. These stones are Curling Canada stones. These were used in the bubble, but have been entirely reconditioned since then by Canada Curling Stones. So any of the rock notes that you might have had from the bubble, you might as well throw them out, because these are essentially new curling stones. And John Wall heading up the ice crew here, which means we'll have first-class ice. We can see there's probably a little bit of frost build-up out here, which isn't surprising. It's been raining outdoors here in Ottawa today. So far, the team seem to be managing it quite well.
Yeah, I was curious because it was pouring as I got here. I was curious if it would be frosty, but it seems like the teams are managing it if it is, and hard to tell from up here.
So we get cooking here in this fifth end. It's looking like it's going to touch on the guard.
A little guard action.
Suddenly,
nice
Team
shot.
Gauthier having
Similar to
that
the
rock
granite
in
already,
the
I think,
rings
here,
in
hey?
a nice spot,
Kind of weight, granite
trying to
weight.
protect this steel.
A little more.
Yeah, with
A
the
little, just a touch
three
more.
corner guards up there, and have to keep placing the center back.
That's good.
Line's
Just
nice.
a quick look at the other games here in this first draw of the pre-trials direct entry. It's Team Corey Chambers for Winnipeg in a 2-2 tie with Team Lyburn. Also for
Go ahead.
Winnipeg, that's Team
Just cross it, boys.
Lyburn.
Fully cross it. Fully cross it.
Still scoreless
Fully
between
cross it.
Shaun Grassi and
Fully
JT
cross it.
Ryan.
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
playing the fifth
Keep
end.
going. Okay, good
A
shot.
lot of zeros on the
Tough
board. JT Ryan, of course, was a teammate of
That's
Jacques
right.
Gauthier for a time, and then rivals on that great Manitoba junior scene.
A touch.
JT, the left-handed tucker, which makes it fun to watch.
Think you
We've got our game obviously here in
if you
progress,
did your
and
night,
the other
that was like a
game
half
is
question
Vincent
look like
Roberge
maybe?
and
You do it like
Ryan
a-
Wiebe from
that
Winnipeg.
kick
They've been trading 3 balls.
Use that kick and just like a little bit of a.
It is a 3-3 tie there, with Roberge opening the scoring with 3 in the second, Wiebe coming back with 3 in the third. And
Yeah.
getting some notes that apparently there's a gun range here inside the RA Center, Emma. So I guess if we were wondering what we're going to be doing between draws, I guess that question has been emphatically answered, thanks to Darren McEwen. Thanks for watching our broadcast, Darren. If you got any more fun facts like that, feel free to send them in.
I had no idea.
You learn something new every day when you're a curling broadcaster,
intern.
Emma. And in the lone women's game, it is Team Ashley Howard now up 4-0. Steal of 1 in the second end and a steal
the
of
spot, I
2
guess.
in the third. They're up 4-0 on Caitlin Jones
So
for Winnipeg.
go like one level up on the kick and then a little bit better. That's good.
Line's good. Top 4. Oh, you, yep. Yep.
And like Jacques Gauthier, Caitlin Jones, also a former world junior champion. She won gold in 2018.
Curl, 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 curl.
I believe
Back
that
here's
was
fine.
in,
Just
I
after
want
here.
to say
Yep, go,
Aberdeen,
go.
Scotland. It was in Aberdeen.
Just shot, just shot, just shot. Yep, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Great shot.
So it's looking like Gauthier having shot rock, but just a little deep, I think, with that draw, Emma.
A little deep, but it did manage to kind of bury a little bit around that corner guard, which makes the chase a little bit more difficult.
That's what I'm.
Looks like they're going to have a team chat, or maybe Shaun wants to get a look from the
like
other
the
end
last
here
one
and
was in
see
a
what
perfect spot to dig it out.
Tyler
and
can
roll,
see from the
right?
hack.
Now, if I don't like, you have to throw peel. I don't think you're ever sticking the like. No matter what he's doing, I don't think he can ever stick a shoe.
Can't see it on this particular shot, but
I
if
think-
the
I think
camera
that
gets
was
wider
a
at all,
goal.
there is a center guard
JT and
a little
Shaun.
further out
I
front of the
didn't know
house,
into it because
right
that
on
shot
the
was
center
looking
line.
So, looks so gross now that I'm looking at it. Like, it
That
looks
center
gross.
guard
Doesn't look like it. Like
is also what
Mr.
would be
Rasmussen's
the biggest risk
curving it up.
to
I-
Meachem's
it
team
sucks
here.
because the first.
That's something that they
few
probably
ends of the
don't
game,
want to leave up there.
you're
So they're probably
struggling with
deciding
just,
whether
like,
to
the
go in and
positioning.
chase it or to just remove the top guard.
Just like a little thing like that, it's just a bad time. To
And I don't know if the guys in the truck can do this, but if
everybody's
we could
been there
loosen
with
up
the rock,
that
it's just a little
shot
off.
just a
But all
bit
of
to
a
show
sudden,
the rock
now
out in
it's
front of the
down,
house,
it's kind of
the center
making you
guard,
play
then
tough shots. So it's not even
see
like
what we're
you
talking
can
about there. But
kinda
there is a center
learn from,
guard
like, learn
out
about
front.
what-
There we
like,
go.
one
Little more,
draw, like,
little
when
more,
you-
little more. There we go. Perfect. That's what the
Four
center
blanks
guard
is
is what
already
they were
through.
talking about. That was,
last and you threw them.
and
It was just a
that
bit
is the
flat.
shot that they're going to play is the peel, it appears.
It's all about the weight because it's just because of the break.
It's definitely the most threatening rock of everything in
It's like,
there.
yeah, it's pretty quick.
Really close to that double peel.
So third rock's Jordan Peters, and I
Free
think
guard.
they'll look at replacing that guard.
The line's important on this one. Don't try to kill it if you don't have to. The hair on this side, I think. Good push. Careful,
Mine's
careful.
okay. Whisker tight. It's got to sit for line. No.
This
never.
one's curling a lot.
This one
Are
looks
you
like
off
it's going to
this?
be a little bit deeper than the last.
Okay. Just slid tight.
Hair that much?
I didn't think you said it either. Like you and Braden are
And it
throwing
curled a little more, so
flip-flop
maybe
from
that
last
changes the
weekend.
decision process. Do they come in, or?
One more rotation.
Good shot.
Looks like it with the center line being open.
I'm gonna draw at least.
You can definitely draw in there, and it's acting more like a corner guard than it is the center guard. And the skip could see the button. It's definitely not as risky.
Front end is indicating that it might have been a little light, but now they feel okay about it. Expect to see late movement, typical of championship ice, and there it is.
I can hit and roll on that.
Really nice line on that.
Oh, yeah.
Brady Scharback making that shot, and now that really changes the complexion of this end.
We actually shot over there?
Might be able to see a sliver of it, but it is shot rock from what Jacques Gauthier just indicated.
You can probably tap and roll.
Great positioning.
Yeah.
You ever like that? Is that a guard, I think, right? They'd come around here. They get curls too much to do that, so we'd have to go wide.
I don't
You're seeing
think
half?
the clockwise rotation is there based on the stagger, or is it?
Yeah.
To get behind,
Yeah.
Or what were you
Jacques
seeing?
was talking about
Yeah,
drawing
back line,
behind
back
his own
kinda way,
red
same thing you threw.
corner guard there.
You want to
Yeah,
kill,
that
I
would be
think.
really tough with the in turn for them or the
like hack.
clockwise rotation.
Okay, just hack.
They
just
could
hack.
go
You don't
with
need to
the
kill it.
wide out turn.
Just need to stick the shooter.
I think they'll play the hit here, maybe. Tap, anyways.
I'm seeing like edge button.
I think this would give them more opportunity to get one in there on the next one if they can tap this back.
Whoa.
Whoa, off.
Whoa.
Off. Careful, close.
Cool. Cool.
So
Cool.
this is all about weight
All right,
control
cool.
and line.
Cool. Cool.
They're trying to get it to
All right,
curl
cool.
a little bit as Cole Chandler's
All right, cool. Keep going. Keep going. Watch
get
the
as
roll,
much
watch
out of it as he can. Wow.
That is a great shot.
shot.
Fabulous shot. And the roll into jail, too. They are fully covered and sitting two. Great
That-
sweeping by Cole Chandler.
Great shot.
Oh yeah, that was not easy.
And we'll give credit to the
You
guy who
like
threw
that
the rock,
roll?
too, Jordan Peters. That was nice, too. But I always like those sweepers.
Be honest.
And a great line call.
Oh, yeah, and the great line
team
call.
shot.
Yeah, that was all about it.
Maybe I was sliding. Well, actually,
So now there's a decision to be made for
it's a weird throw.
Team Meachem, and you know, we'll go back to that single point that Jacques Gauthier got that last end. It just kind of changes the mood, changes the confidence level, settles the nerves.
Absolutely, and now they're sitting 2. They have changed the momentum completely in this end, and they put the pressure on. So Meachem's team's going to have to make. Looks like they're calling a run back here. I would be. You could make the run back and roll to center, which I think is probably not what they're looking to do. They wouldn't want to clog up the center, so I'm guessing they're trying to go just slightly high side on this, and maybe if they make, they might even catch the other red.
I don't know. I think I gave it like a lot of, I don't know.
Brady Sharback.
It was a weird throw. I don't know, honestly know what I did. I thought I was sliding a little wide and still did my normal release.
We clearly got the memo about the paint color because he's matched his shoelaces to the color of the forefoot and the hog lines, so well done. And that's just going to be a little too high, and it will leave Team Gauthier sitting a pair, but does remove a guard.
I guess his best shot, if we make that, is roll under it, and then we freeze, right?
And we go to skip rocks.
Just replace it.
A lot of options here for Team Gauthier.
Yeah, it depends what shot they want to force Meachem into on the last.
Even if we're not, we can still freeze
with that rock and the forefoot being open now, they can choose to either guard that rock and force a draw through the port, or they can place another rock in the rings and make him play a shot against 3. So it looks like that's what they've decided to do.
I mean, we always want to make
they would just want to avoid leaving it in a position where Meachem can hit the open red one and roll into their rocks on the other side, because that makes his shot a little bit easier.
Yeah, so you're probably right. So that's probably the blue.
Okay. Take a look from down there, though.
It should be okay. That looks like the same spot as the first end.
So it will be the counterclockwise draw. I'm doing that mainly because Bill Sherhart hit me every time we would do color commentary together. If I said in turn or out turn, he'd punch me. So I'm still kind of haunted by that. So thanks to Bill Sherhart, longtime curling coach that many of you will know. But he tells me it's a good habit, so I'll continue doing it. Counterclockwise draw, but out turn.
It's his out turn right now.
There we go.
Line's good. Try to hair soft too. Go ahead. Then just go.
They're on this one.
Just go. Line's great.
Must think it's a little bit light.
Fully, boys. Right here.
Pull the string a little bit.
Keep going, Braden.
Keep going, Braden. Keep going, Braden. Keep going.
Gotta dig. Gotta dig. Great.
And I think they got it there for third shot.
They got third shot, yeah. Looks like it.
15-3 that was.
Just soft.
Meachem will have a hit and roll here to maybe try to set up his 2, but it'll have to be, you have to roll kind of to the perfect spot there.
I don't know, maybe a 2 is on the table. He hasn't done
But it is an opportunity for Team Meachem to get out of this end. And maybe even set up a deuce. This would be the classic skips deuce if he can get 2 out of this.
Oh, yeah. Hit and rolls aren't always super easy. Your first game on the ice, so you don't know if it's going to come up big at the end or end straight.
It's looking like it's pretty straight.
Yeah, that one looks like it ran straight on them.
You got some real estate to roll to.
Well, I mean, I'd rather.
So it is Meachem with shot stone, but I don't think it will be for long. Jacques Gauthier, as many of you will remember, did play at the 2021 Brier. He was brought to that event as the alternate for the Gunner, Jason Gudlinson's Manitoba team.
I don't want to.
And if you're looking for ever play 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon, there is that element on with the 2 skips here, because a member of that Gunlickson team at the Tim Hortons Brier last year that Gauthier accompanied was none other than Adam Casey. And of course, Adam Casey played with Shaun Meachem at the 2017 Tim Hortons Brier. So at some point, everybody in curling has played with everybody else somewhere along the line. I've learned that over the years. There's always not too far of a connection to connect teams, always.
Everyone knows each other, too.
We
Exactly.
can roll huge.
Spend so much time on the road traveling to various places, playing against or with each other. It's such a unique sport that way.
Yeah. Easy weight roll big.
So it looks like Jacques Gauthier is going to attempt much the same shot, the hit and roll. See if he can get it behind that cluster of stones over on the left-hand side of the sheet as we look at it.
Clean.
Whoa.
Clean.
Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
Not yet.
Yep.
Keeping it clean.
Yep.
Now they're going to try and keep it straight.
Looks like
See
this
if
one's coming up a little bit more.
came up a lot.
They weren't panicked on that early. I wonder if that grabbed something.
Yeah, that did move in a hurry, didn't it? So now the discussion is being had.
Sorry, bud.
Is there a
Just quietly.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like he's just going to have to draw for
For
one from here. I don't see anything there. Do you?
Yeah, it looks to me like Red's shot 2, and I'm not really seeing a shot for 2 that it would be worth playing at this point.
Shaun Meachem
Well, you're in my
appears
head,
to
so I was
agree
thinking
because that looks like it's going to
nose
be
is
the
not
call.
good. The nose was probably better than
Just bite the forefoot.
that.
We'll get the
I
job
think
done.
That is, no, that's the way to miss it, though. That, like, that's what we were saying beforehand. Play it aggressive. I just threw it light.
On it early.
Looks okay.
Teams did get a full practice on this surface earlier today, so the ice isn't coming as a surprise and puts it right on the lid. And it is a single point for Team Meachem. And they will take a 4-1 lead into the 5th end break. And Emma and I will take a break for a minute or two, and we'll be right back for 6th end action here at the RA Center in Ottawa.
Nervous too, like.
The good thing about your first 5 ends, or your first 4 ends,
Get your tickets now at curling.ca.
Yeah, no, we got 2 text messages from people that saying they're not hearing audio on the YouTube broadcast.
This just seems like the shot.
I'll throw normal here. I think we should be okay.
Yep, hard,
Good push.
hard, hard. Yeah.
All right, we've overcome the audio
Gotta
problems
go.
we've had, and now we're back with us. It's Al Cameron with Emma Miskew in this
Gotta go. Gotta
6th
go.
end, and that rock looks
Hard
like
shooter, hard shooter,
it's
hard
just going
shooter.
to catch that guard, Emma.
Yeah, it looks like
Okay.
that was pretty close on the weight. Maybe just a fraction light, but the tapping the guard will always take a little bit of speed off of it.
So it still is Team Meachem sitting a couple behind the tee line. Shaun Meachem's at this end. You couldn't see him. He's shrugging what to do. Lots of options.
It's close.
Yeah, I think he's a little worried that if he peels the center ones, it might jam on the side yellow over there.
I think you have to nose it. Like, I think you almost try to. I think you almost
And I
take it.
think
You're
they
taking
don't
the
really
shooter
want
with it,
to
kind of
just
thing.
start playing guards because their rocks are both all behind the tee line. Every rock's behind the tee line right now, so it's a little risky to put up a guard, and then you won't be able to get access if Gauthier's team does tap one of those red rocks into the rings. They are still trying the peel of some sort.
Where's my weight
If
on
they
that?
nose that red, is there a chance it could spill onto the rings as a counter too? Just a little on the high side, I guess.
Yeah, maybe. Depends on the weight they're throwing.
Doesn't look like a ton.
I honestly thought I pushed that out to the broom. I thought I pushed that out to the broom.
So Brady Sharbuck
Like, I
in
didn't
the
think
hack
I steered that in.
to throw this his intern. I think I'll go back to that system for now. Yeah, that's not a ton of weight, Emma.
No, you might be right. They might be trying to play to get one of the yellows into the rings.
Yeah, I think that was the call. Just needed to curl a little more to make that shot, but still 2 yellow stones in front.
Yeah, I would say that
Go around
they
that corner.
definitely have control of the front right now, regardless of getting one of those into
That's
bite. Both short run backs as well.
Whatever happens if we double peel.
Good double peel.
Go where you like.
Whatever happens if we peel.
Okay. I'm fine with that.
Looks like they'll try the double peel here, Emma.
Yeah, I think that's a safe play to make sure that you have a way into the button.
Clean. Whoa. Whoa. Should be good. Clean, clean, clean.
Jordan Peters
Watch that.
successfully executes that shot.
Yep. I think we knows anyways.
Now the force is definitely on.
Shot. Good throw.
I like that call because now
Still
you're
curled.
forcing Meachem's team
Still curled
to
that.
come play around the corner, which is exactly, the middle's open now, and then a 2 might still be in play depending on where this rock ends up.
You always like to see that, just kind of keeping it clean.
Yeah.
Make it equal. Make it equal. Make it equal so we've got no
think just a little deeper than they wanted it to be.
Yeah. So what if we nose? If we nose, he noses.
See Meachem sitting
Little too
3,
thick, eh?
but
For
Probably.
2.
Probably.
I mean, there's a
And
couple
you're
different
hoping he
doubles
doesn't roll
available.
away.
Well, the only thing is if we nose, he rolls away. I
He
mean,
probably
it's
has
a
to,
hit
right?
for 3. Like this or this? I think this is the best shot. And I think so. We had easy weight
Or do you just nose
to
that?
roll it. I
let
think
them
it's a
deal with
control
it.
weight.
Yeah,
Right
that the result of the nose is very good.
there. Hey, Les.
It's also a tough shot. It seems like it's just a
I think
nose
so.
hit, but any roll either way,
He
and
has to
it
dead
doesn't get
nose it. Like I don't know if I'll have a double for
the
2,
objective
but he
that you're
has to
hoping
dead
for.
Nose it against 3.
Which is basically to leave your red rock frozen to the yellow rock in shot position, yes?
Exactly.
Control
The
weight.
it's like you couldn't have come and placed a rock better to put the pressure on the other team, but it's not as easy as it looks.
Oh, I know. I know.
Lead. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
So they like it. It's
Whoa, clean,
good
clean,
line so
clean.
far. Now
Go.
they're
Thinking it's close.
Yeah. Whoa.
What a great shot.
real nice.
Shot.
So Shaun Meachem now looking at the best way he can make that go away. And it's not easy.
You know, it looks like he's trying to peel it out. It's hard to do that without catching the yellow one. You'd have to hit it pretty thin, a pretty small piece, but it is possible. I think he probably figures even if he catches the yellow, it's still a tough shot for two with his first rock being partially under that guard.
They're working it hard. It's going to jam. It does. Now an opportunity for Jacques Gauthier to sit a couple.
Play a little lightweight hit here for
Little
two.
more. Hack weight. Hack.
Find
It
these
should
hits
bust
to the
off the
wings.
line.
It's all about weight control.
I don't see this ever not curling enough.
A little
Just
bit of an
nice.
overthrow. They tend to run pretty straight, but if you have the right weight, there's really nice finish.
Yeah.
Saw about half of that rock from the
Hard,
hack.
hard.
So I think it's just a matter of controlling
Hard.
the weight, controlling the line. And
Whoa. Whoa. Yes. Whoa.
it's definitely
Green.
in play here for Team
Green.
Gauthier.
Whoa. Braden,
Clean,
go ahead.
the
Braden, go
call
ahead.
that everyone wants to
You
hear.
love to hear it. You love to hear it. And that is a classic skips deuce right there. Well executed, well done.
Two great shots.
2 reds.
And it's like you and I suggested, Emma, at the beginning and at the end. You could tell just on those last two ends going into the fifth end break that they had settled down, settled those nerves a bit.
Yeah, absolutely. And I
Good
think
call,
they
Braden, on that- on
made
that
sure
rip. I
this
like
time that they didn't
Good
get
boys.
into too much trouble in the
one,
center
two.
by peeling that guard. At the time, you want to get one in there,
Force them into
but you're peeling the guard knowing that you might have a chance on skips rocks instead
down
of
one.
playing a harder shot that might leave you in a lot of trouble.
They're not peeling.
Just
as
give you a
much
quick
as-
update of the other four games that are
honestly,
in
when we were
action
sitting
here
over
at
there, they
the
went
first draw of the pre-trials direct entry event here at the RA
Yeah, I
Center.
know.
4 men's games.
Other than that
It's
end
a
right
3-3
there, that
tie
reds,
playing the 7th end now between Team Chambers and Team Lyburn, both Manitoba teams. 3 all in that game. There is now scoring between Team JT Ryan and Team Shaun
Nice
Grassi,
one.
another all-Manitoba matchup. It is 2-0 play in the 7th end, as JT Ryan has scored single points in the 5th and 6th ends for that 2-0
Line's
lead.
good.
So Team Grassi has hammer in the 7th.
All you.
Our game obviously now is
Gonna frost a bit,
4-3, the lead for Team Meachem. They have
Line's
hammer
great.
playing the 7th, and It's a 5-5 tie between Team Lieb and Team Robert.
They get a good two. They get a good two. Good shot.
They traded 3-enders, and they've traded deuces. So now it's a 5-5 tie. Team Roberge with hammer in the sixth end. The lone women's game on the ice. It is Team Ashley Howard with a 5-3 lead over Team Caitlin Jones. It was 5-0 at one point. Now Team Caitlin Jones came back with 3 in the fifth end. They are playing the sixth, Howard with hammer. And a reminder, we'll be back on the air at 3:30 Eastern this afternoon. Another game from the women's pre-trials direct entry. That'll be Team Jill Brothers taking on Team Laurie St. George from Quebec, and both those teams were playing in the Scotties Tournament of Hearts in the bubble last February. I'm not sure if you were in the same pools as them or not.
Yeah, we were in the same pool as Brothers, and we played the crossover against St. George. So we played them both.
There you go. So that's a big game to look forward to at 3:30 Eastern, and we'll be back on the air again with the last draw of the evening, 8 o'clock Eastern tonight.
Line's good.
And I believe we'll be showing the game between Team Glenn Howard and Team Matt Dunstone. That's 8 o'clock Eastern tonight right here at the RA Center.
Top 12.
Yeah, right to your broom.
Jordan's rock.
Right to your broom.
Go ahead, Jordan. Yep, you got it there.
Again, all the scores all the time. Curling.ca/scoreboard. Curling.ca/scoreboard.
Yep. Great shot.
So we're well into this seventh end, Emma. And Team Gauthier certainly has established itself as coming on very comfortably here in this last half of the game.
Definitely, and it looks like Meachem's maybe trying to play a tap back here, but with the option of a tick split to get some corners. So I think it's going to be an interesting end. A lead is never comfortable in 5 rock rule anymore.
So as long as we're talking about ticks, we might as well mention that's the shot that will not be allowed under the new rules. But I think we should make it clear. I think there's a misunderstanding from a lot of people that it's not all ticks that will be not allowed. It's just ticks like that that are touching the center line.
Yeah, it'll make the rock placement for the leads that much more precise to touch that center line so that the tick isn't an option for the other team. But I'm curious how they're going to measure if it's really close. Like it might be touching the center line.
That's the part I'm wondering about. But greater minds than mine will come up with an idea, I'm positive.
Well, I'm hoping it's not just the eye of an official, and it'll be actually something calculated.
Something techie.
Yes.
Hopefully it involves laser beams.
Exactly. Right? Nothing up to the discretion of a person. I think we've seen that rule is probably coming for a little while now. That's been in play in some of the Grand Slam events.
Right.
Keep doing what you're doing. Throw it good.
So Team Gauthier with that rock at the top 8 or so. And it is removed, and it is Team Meachem now sitting 2.
Same weight.
That end turned around quickly.
There more. Lead. Yep.
Just a quick update on Braden Payette, by the way, Emma. This story might not be familiar to you, but we told her on the air at the Canadian Juniors a couple of years ago. He, without telling his parents, ordered a puppy when he was 5 years old.
Oh my gosh.
Apparently he was trying to order a puppy, made all the phone calls as a 5-year-old without telling his parents. But so suffice it to say he did not get his puppy, but I was told before the game that I can tell you the good news is that Braden finally has got his puppy.
And everybody else is.
It's a black lab German Shepherd cross named Coda. So Braden's a happy man. He's finally got his puppy that tried to get from his parents. So dreams do come true, Emma. Dreams do come true.
I just recently got a puppy as well. I already have another dog, but we wanted to get a puppy for our dog. So it's always super fun. I'm very much a dog person, so I love that story.
You can tell there's a spring in his step out here, too. It's just obvious. There's an aura over him of happy puppy times.
I can't imagine at 5 years old making a phone call like that.
Good on him. Good on you, Braden. My hat's off to you. Jordan Peters now.
Clean.
Playing at that open side second shot rock, or maybe it's shot stone. Trying to get the roll behind the center guard, but that might overcurl. Doesn't have anything. They're trying to get it on the back one now.
Sorry, Shaun. Sorry,
A lot of teams wouldn't play it that way, Emma, but
But that's all about the line call. Sometimes you're seeing that the result is not going to be what you're hoping for. So it was a good heads up to just change it and try to get the back ones so that
Soft release then,
they
maybe?
weren't trying to sit through here.
well, I can't help but note that Russ Howard is sitting in front of us. He is coaching his daughter Ashley's team. And if there's one question we at Curling Canada get an awful lot, it is people asking questions about the TSN broadcast, and they say, what's an audible? What's an audible? Because Russ will say that word a lot of times. They called an audible.
Yes.
That is a perfect example of Jacques Gauthier calling an audible, and it's a football expression. Quarterbacks, when they see a different defensive formation, will call an audible at the line of scrimmage, meaning they change the play. So that's what it means to call an audible. You change your shot, you change the play as it's in progress. So that was a perfect example of Jacques Gauthier calling an audible, and I'm sure everybody will never ask that question again.
Whoa! Team! Yep! Yes!
Well, we call it switching to plan B.
That works as well.
Or C, whatever.
Is this going to catch the stone? It's going to catch it, but it might not push it out.
Dies out there.
Oh, I think that might have just been a lighter weight than they were.
I think you're absolutely right.
Lost or what?
So now, a hit to sit 3 now for Team Meachem. They do have the 1-point lead and hammer. They are sitting first and third.
You threw it in a different spot.
And I thought it was an obvious decision to hit that red rock, but evidently not. What's the thought process here?
I think just because it is wide open and it's not shot rock, they've decided to go in around the guard and potentially beat Gauthier's team in there if they were ever going to switch gears and go for it and go around the guard. So they're just trying to probably place the rock just shot, bite the top 4 under that guard, and really put the pressure on.
Well, I like the way I threw that one.
Big opportunity here. Brady Sharback trying to draw behind that center guard.
It looks like they thought it was light early, but now it's really gliding.
Now they're playing the tap freeze, more tap than freeze, but
be another audible, as you would say.
That was an audible as well.
I don't know. It's up to you, I guess. If you hit these 2, you're
so it is Team Meachem sitting 2,
really hard to
but not a comfortable 2, I would say.
Go up here.
It is a double there, but it's not an easy one. And you don't know where that shooter would go either.
Yeah, it looks to me like it's really hard to make that double without your shooter spinning out. You would have to hit it in the perfect spot.
And if anything, leave it a hair there, because, I don't know, let him guess what the heck is he doing out there.
You can see the time in the background. Not in dire straits yet, but they're certainly going to be conscious of it, especially when they take longer times to discuss shots. They still have
I gave Cole here, I think that's
ends
too much.
to play, 3 ends to play after this.
At least they're both kind of at the same time.
Yeah,
so
right. Advantage, no one.
Yes.
Straight wrap. I guess we could freeze the pocket, but
If you're ever a hair heavy,
well, I think we're going to lose the line from the hair heavy. It's a one or the other kind of thing. I don't hate the freeze.
So I think are they drawing behind the center guard, or are they going to draw up to the backing here? I think it's to the center guard.
Just more than edge.
Originally, I saw them tap to go behind the center, but I think they just switched it right now.
I think you're right.
speed should be close to the same here, eh? Back four.
As many will know, the curling bloodlines with Jacques Gauthier have been well documented. His mother, of course, Kathy Gauthier, won a few Scotties herself and works with that TSN crew now.
You can bounce.
And his
All
cousin,
right now.
cousins,
Line's good.
Tyler Tardy and Jordan Tardy,
Go ahead. Line's
who have
great.
already qualified
Go
for
ahead.
the home
Line's
hardware pre-trials in Liverpool,
Line's
Nova
great,
Scotia.
boys. Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right, Braden.
Go ahead.
Keep going, Braden.
Go ahead. Keep
Trying
going.
to drag this.
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Okay, good.
Good scrub by Jordan Payette. Braden Payette, pardon me.
Really nice sweep.
You mentioned Jacques Gauthier and Tyler Tardy. Jacques was the alternate on Tyler's team that won the World Juniors in 2018 in Aberdeen, Scotland. And he had a chance. He was offered the chance to go in 2019 as well, but he turned it down. He said, I don't want to go back to a World Juniors unless I go back with my own team. And of course, we all know what happened in 2020. He got that opportunity and went to Krasnoyarsk, Russia, and won the gold medal. But he had that opportunity in 2019, but that kind of says a lot about him. You know, he wants to win something on his own, and he went out and did it.
Definitely. Having the experience of being there as an alternate, though, I can see as being valuable regardless. It's a very different environment, and the pressure of wearing the maple leaf is something that you don't really get to experience until you're there. So having that
center ever for some
opportunity
reason,
to be an alternate and getting to see what that feels like is definitely valuable. Looks like he's just trying to pick the red rock and hoping that his yellow runs back.
That's a pretty good shot.
Oh, yeah. A little unlucky that it caught that side rock that they had, but
well, we got two shots.
It could be a blank now, which
I don't think we're ever sticking.
I don't think they'd be too disappointed about in an even end coming home.
Hit and roll, or you try that.
Right. Blank, force, blank 3.
They've said one up with hammer in the 8th in a 10-end game is a situation you'd always want to be in.
That's never a bad thing.
No.
I don't think a deuce is the game. If the deuce was the game, I think I like the draw, but I don't think this is the call.
Are you trying to figure out a way to see if they can get a force out of him here?
We threw it last
Yeah.
time. We took
Freeze
here,
into
let's
that
take care
pocket.
again, so the same weight.
I think they're playing a hit and roll and trying to make
It's gonna come.
it difficult, but
They were sweeping it.
it's always at the risk, like giving
weight.
up
Hit and
a
flop.
2 if you don't make it perfectly, and then going down 3. Is that worth it, or is it better to stay down 1 and play the 8th still down 1? So looks like they're trying to. They think that the force is worth it for the risk here.
Lead. Yep. Hard. Yep. Hard. Yep. Hard.
Might have overcurled a bit.
Yeah, this looks like it'll be a draw for 2.
So risk reward there, and it's going to be a reward for Shaun Meachem, who will need just full 8-foot to get his deuce here in the 7th end.
How's weight? Okay.
This is the same draw line that he's seen a bunch of times this game, so he should be pretty
I thought if
comfortable with
anything, I
what the
was a
draw
little
speed
wide.
is.
I just like my release was softer than my intern. I think that made all the
It
difference.
looked like for now you're right on the broom.
Yeah. I think it was just a softer rotation.
Looks like they're thinking it's maybe a little bit heavy.
Don't hit the frost. Good. You ready, Jordan?
I'm ready.
Go. Shoot it.
And boy, I
That's
think that looks
close.
red to me for second
Yeah.
shot, doesn't it? And it is kicked off.
Finally,
So
a
just
break.
a
All right,
opportunity
boys.
lost there. Shaun Meachem a little heavy with that
I
draw,
don't know why Jordan
and
stopped
he will
playing
take a
stop.
single point
Shooter, always shooter.
in the 7th
Oh, I thought it
end.
was hitting
Take
more
a
of it.
5-3 lead.
It looked like it was hitting
Just
down.
one.
Team
Yeah.
Gauthier
All right,
will
boys,
have
let's go.
hammer
Deuce here.
trailing by
Hitting more of it
2
is always
into
the
this
one that
8th end.
stopped.
I wonder if the few draws that they played that end in that same line that were swept kind of quickened up the spot a little bit. And given he knew the draw weight there, like he had played it a bunch of times,
Over the top, it's hard
that
to
is
know
something
line.
that
The guy
can
that's standing in
happen.
the back of the house doing nothing should probably say, "Oh, the shooter."
Just a quick reminder about what's at stake here.
He said at the last
At the
second.
pre-trials direct entry event, they're playing a triple knockout that will determine
If it's more of
two
it,
qualifying
how much-
teams that will go
Like,
on
that's
to
such
the
an
home
in-between
hardware
shot.
pre-trials in Liverpool, Nova Scotia at the end of October.
He gets us
And
the weirdest thing.
the pre-trials will decide the final 2 entries into the Tim Hortons curling trials that will decide our Olympic 4-player teams for Beijing. So plenty at stake here in this event. Of course, the direct entry trials event that is also running here in Ottawa features teams, just 5 men's, 5 women's, and they are playing for berths directly into the Tim Hortons curling trials. But the consolation prize is that if you don't qualify for the trials, you still get another crack by going to the pre-trials. So we know it's not the easiest to understand, but that's another byproduct of a pandemic era of curling right now, where you have to find solutions for problems
Line's
that
good.
normally are played out on the ice
Make
during
sure,
this
guys.
last season that essentially
Good half,
didn't
good
happen
half.
for a lot of curling teams.
Good spot.
But right now in Canada, there are 27 men's teams, 27 women's teams still alive with the chance to go to Beijing. And maybe for some of them it's not realistic, but they are getting that experience now that's going to help them down the road as they go in future Olympic qualifying processes, including 2026, 2030, and beyond. So 8th end, and I think obviously Team Gauthier wants to score a crooked number of some kind, but they need to score this end. I don't think they want to blank.
Yeah, well,
Or
a blank even
if
is...
it means to avoid scoring 1. But
Yes. Well, anything's better than a steal at this point.
anything's better than a steal.
Line's good.
They'll go hard for the deuce here for sure.
Up 8. All you guys, line's great.
T.
All you.
Pretty good.
Really sliding.
Hold on. Whoa.
Even the
Line will be
force,
great.
if you force the next end,
Oh, man.
you're still in it. So never at the
Go
expense of a steal should you go too hard for the 2.
So the corner guard is up, and they are sitting shot stone, but well back in the house. It's not ideal placement, but still in position. Team Meachem with the 2 center guards,
come down a
essentially, but I think they're going to take a play at the shot stone thrown by Team Gauthier.
Yeah, it looks like with where the ice is, they're maybe just trying to tap it just through. When you play that kind of weight, even if you hit the guard and move it over a little bit, you won't move it out of the free guard zone, and it's still pretty helpful.
It's on the
Looks
guard.
like
It
is what's
is.
happening.
That's a pretty decent outcome.
Definitely. You don't see very many people call the corner tick in that situation, but that's definitely even a better outcome than getting by and tapping the other rock out.
That was a power play tick in mixed doubles.
Yeah.
That was.
Line's good. Line's good. Line's good.
So now Team Gauthier is going to try and come around those yellow rocks.
Go ahead, boys. Fight the 4. Fight the 4. Fight the 4. Fight the 4. Good.
Looks like
Great
a
spot.
pretty
Good sweep, boys.
good shot.
Braden Payette. It's about 7/8 buried.
Yeah, it seems like these center rocks are lined up to go into it is what they're looking at right now. when the rocks are that close together, you can get a good sense of where you need to hit it, but it looks like they probably are aiming for a round nose.
Bang, bang, and nicely executed.
Not sitting shot, though.
Still Gauthier sitting shot, though. Yeah.
They're trying to come around here again.
I think Team Meachem wouldn't have minded if one of theirs stayed shot rock there.
Yeah.
Line's good.
It's hard to tell.
Better
We haven't seen enough curling to know if there was a drag effect in play there,
hasn't
but
curled yet.
maybe just the weight choice that they had
Copy.
bounced a little further than they wanted to not
Yeah,
sit
go
shot.
ahead. Well, just tee. Okay. Just ran better. That rock is super straight. I gave you less ice. Yeah.
Just a little wide
shot.
past the
That's a good
guards,
shot.
maybe, and it looks like it's accessible for Team Meachem as Brady Sharback gets ready to throw this stone. It's 5-3, playing the 8th end. First round action at the pre-trials direct entry event here in Ottawa at the RA Center.
Swooping to get it by here.
Oh, just tapped.
They have less time than we do.
Just direct on there, and
One.
good try, but it is now sitting to Jacques Gauthier,
Yeah.
and a chance to get a third counter in there behind those
Same
center
as
guards.
the rest of the game, basically.
We have to be a little bit careful where they place this rock.
Lights the miss here.
If it's too high, there's a hit and roll off that red rock in the forefoot, and if it's too deep, they might have a double. So they'll try to be very precise with their rock placement here.
Harder if you can.
Go ahead.
As we mentioned, both of these teams,
What?
Team Meachem, it's their first event
Top four.
together as a team since October,
Line's great. Line's perfect.
last
Yep.
October.
Line.
Kind of short-circuited their
Line.
curling season. And just
Under. Good shot. Great. Good nose. Good shot. Great
pretty
shot,
good weight.
Jordan.
And for Team Gauthier, it is their second event of the season. They had a 2-3 record at the Mother Club Fall Curling Classic earlier this month in Winnipeg. And in fact, played a number of the teams that are here with them in Ottawa at the pre-trials direct entry.
It's definitely nice to have an event in before this one, but I don't know how easy it was for people to get events in beforehand. Still a lot of unknowns leading into the season.
Oh, great try. Almost got the roll there at the end, but still a nice throw.
Right controller board.
And
I got a little bit of
now
room.
Team Gauthier
Let's go,
with the
board!
chance to hit and sit 3.
What if I throw the rock I threw like in the trough? That's board? Okay.
I think at this point, a roll away from center is a pretty great result.
Pull back a little.
Spread out all your rocks.
Whoa. Read it.
Trying to get the
Hard,
curl
Brayden.
now. It's Payette trying to
Hard,
move
good
a little bit.
chance.
Come on.
Will they hold the shooter?
Jeez.
They will
This
not.
firm,
Just big up, bit up.
I'm not sure what weight they were hoping for, but maybe
Not hit.
that was just a little bit heavy.
Sorry,
It bounced off pretty hard.
It just was never being light and racking there, but
One. Theirs curled way more than that.
So they're looking at the slash double
just
here.
the way I threw last
Which would turn
end,
this
with
end
being down
around
a
in
lot,
an
didn't
awful
want to be
hurry.
Yeah,
light.
I was going to say that'd be a big turn of events.
So that is the call. First rock of the end for Shaun Meachem. Got a chance. Like
nice
that.
shot.
So suddenly from Jacques Gauthier having a chance to sit 3, it is now Team Meachem sitting 2. But still an opportunity here available if Jacques can get this rock buried.
Same speed as last end, or
behind
is it
those two
slow
yellow
down?
guards.
Yeah,
Has
it's
it
a line
slowed
that
down?
he's
Same.
seen all end, so he should have a pretty good idea
Hammer!
of where to put the broom and what kind of weight to throw.
Yeah. Okay.
I knew as soon as I looked at it,
Brim!
I slid it just a hair faster and I got the same release. And I
Brim
should
right
have just
now.
knocked the release off a little. I'd have been
Big
okay.
shot here for Jacques
Kind of a
Gauthier.
disaster, but
Not touching
That'll be
this.
Line's good.
it wasn't that I didn't know what I threw.
They were saying a little more room
Gotta get buried.
because they want to make sure it's
Gotta
buried.
get buried.
Whoa,
Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa.
I think it's all right. You just play 2 it, hey?
Definitely are buried.
Edge is
It
good.
was that big. It was that big.
And forces Shaun
Yeah.
Meachem to
It's
make a
really-
shot.
It's,
Yep.
it's deceiving because it's still sliding really well there.
I think so.
Sorry, boys.
Yeah.
Sorry. It's deceiving. Like it looks like it's frosty, but it's still
know what, I
sliding
just-
really well.
I just slid a little hot on that one.
Remember
I
the
kinda
last
let it
time
go.
Shaun had a
Release.
big draw, he came up a little heavy.
We can.
That was in the 7th end. So see if he
I was even surprised on range.
has command of that draw weight for this big, important shot here in the 8th end. His final shot
Really tight.
of the 8th. Jacques Gauthier with hammer.
It's good.
So remember, they don't have to be dead frozen, but they do have to be in front of that
It
rim.
does.
They don't want to slip deep. Which
Come on.
Yeah,
looks
that's
like it might be happening.
problematic.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Just more than edge, Jordan. Take a hair more.
So now is an open draw
Man.
for a pair. Full 12-foot is all
I thought
Jacques
that'd come down
Gauthier
better
needs.
than that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pet peeve, I never say free draw. There's nothing free above.
Sure.
No, you
last
still
one,
have-
this one to you. I took a hair more ice, but it should be
Definitely
the same
still have
time.
to focus, and
Dude, sorry.
he did just
Oh,
throw
damn,
it,
that called
so
her good out of my hand.
you
I thought it
can
was
do
okay.
a little
I
more
know
of the
it's there,
same, but
I
you usually
thought
take
it
a
was
little bit
fine.
more ice just to make sure that you get by the top.
Yeah, I just got to knock a little bit off. And
But we said at the beginning of this end,
like I say, it's
full priority is to get
Yeah,
2 or
still there,
better.
still there, still there, still there.
Jacques Gauthier has managed this
Are
end
you?
pretty
Are
well
you?
to get into that position.
Always keep a broom down if you're
backing.
close. Where? Where?
Just needs full 12.
all right, Brady.
And Brady
Good in the hole.
Sharvack will give it a courtesy scrub, but I think should be okay. And it is.
Good. That's all good.
It's good for
More than
2.
enough.
You're right.
If they ask him after the game, yeah, I drew the
Nope,
butt.
didn't kill you on that one.
It worked. We said full 12. He did get full
one,
12.
it didn't curl
And
as
it
early.
is a deuce for Team
I think
Gauthier.
I think my
And
release.
a 5-5 tie going into that 9th
I
end
think
with
my
Team
release
Meachem
was
with the
nicer
hammer.
on that one. I think I put more rotation on. All right, good. All right, I guess.
But
I
an
mean,
interesting game. Lots of
so
twists and turns
two
along the way,
centers,
which
how
you like to
aggressive we
see.
One center, one
Standard
center. I think he's-
issue
he
kind
might
of
go for-
misses and makes, what you might
Do one
expect for a
center.
September curling event, but you can tell there's a lot on the line for these two teams, even here in September. You can tell it's showing up in this game. They're ramping up their performance as the game goes on, I think.
Definitely, and still being tied with hammer is a good situation to be in for Team Meachem. I imagine that their game plan in this end would be to try to take 2, but even better would be to get a blank end. But I don't think Gauthier is going to hand them a blank very easily.
Easy, early. Where are ya? Easy. Curl.
And really, you know, we talk about how genuinely little curling these guys have done over the past 12 months.
Yep.
I gotta say, I'm
Great shot.
actually pleasantly surprised at how well both teams are playing when you take all of that into consideration.
Absolutely, and it just shows that the skill that you've been working on and all the practices over the course of your curling career. It doesn't just disappear. So you get back on the ice after a pretty long break. It all comes back to you.
That's good.
So the center guard is up for Team Gauthier.
That's great. Yep.
Perfect spot there.
Was the tick the call, or are they trying to come behind it?
I thought the call was to come
All right,
around.
bounce it, bounce
Looks
it.
a little light for the tick.
Yep, the bounce matters. Come on. Good. Come on, Jared, good weight.
Just a little light overall.
Cole
Line's
Chandler,
good. Stick here out here, though.
the left-hander, throwing lead for Team Gauthier.
Line's good. All you guys.
Studying to get his real
Right to
estate
forward.
license now. He's a business graduate at the University of Winnipeg.
Jordan, if you have to.
Right there, right there.
Jordan, drop. Yep. Help him.
Looks like a tasty draw.
Help him. Great spot. Attaboy, Cole.
Really well swept. So they're playing the freeze on this one.
Already kind of in chase mode here a little bit for Team Meachem. Zlatish is being asked to draw up to that red
Line's
stone
better.
that's thrown by Cole Chandler.
Room. 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 Yeah, you're by it anyway. It's by it.
Probably going to go behind it more than freeze to it, obviously, but it's not a terrible result.
No, those often will come into play later in the end.
And I'm no expert. I just pretend to be one, but I'm not liking the odds of a blank here.
Just the one.
Honestly, the blanks sometimes come completely out of nowhere with
They
a good double peel that
Line's
catches
good.
the
Close to
back,
almost
or
back.
You can probably tuck a piece.
hit and roll out when you need to. You can sometimes
Either
can't
way, it's an
predict them.
easy-ish double. If it sits now, it's okay. Should be good. Okay.
Three-pointers, it's close.
Well, here comes some of those peels that you were talking about, Emma.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Meachem looking to clear things out, and
Go, Jared.
mission accomplished.
Do you see the blank a little more
Yeah,
now?
I kind of like the odds of a blank here, Emma.
Yeah, that's it.
You definitely, if you go to, you want to do anything you can to not allow a blank.
Oh, duh. We're wrong.
Same.
So guard is the call for Braden Payette.
Sit. Sit. It's okay. Good shot.
Called and made.
Run it straight.
And they're switching gears a bit here.
Sure
trying to sit
are,
two.
aren't
Yeah.
It's a hack's fine.
I don't know.
Board. Board or hack.
Sometimes the blank can come from also trying to sit
Yeah,
two
well, a
and
little farther over, yeah.
forcing the
I
other
thought
team
we
to
were,
play a double.
I thought we were the one trying to guard. No. No, yeah, no.
So what, board or hack?
Good.
Brady Sharback will
Okay.
go and have a quick chat with Shaun about that, but that will be the call.
Yeah. No, we don't need to be that fast.
Tyler Hartung being asked to play the counterclockwise tap and roll.
Yep. Oh. Yep.
So in this situation, if you take the guard and roll on, it's
Whoa. Whoa.
also a really good
Whoa.
result.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Good, good. Right.
And that is exactly what the call was. Very
Hit
nice
and roll.
execution there by
Right.
Tyler Hartog.
Very nice shot.
Think this is a call for now.
Yeah, no, it's good.
Control.
It's all right. You didn't hurt it.
Just go for the roll.
Yeah.
So
Speed.
the hit and roll is the call here for Team Gauthier.
Yes. Yep.
Jordan Peters.
I would put the force back in play.
Hard. Whoa. Whoa. I overcalled
Behind
that.
his guard over
Hard
there.
roll. Hard roll. Hard roll. Go, go, go. Good
Oh,
shot.
great try
My
out of
fault.
Emma.
Played that
Really
cautious.
close.
The same as Tyler.
We've overcurled on that one
The
all
top
game.
is this.
That's my fault.
Yeah, same as Tyler. Whoa! Whoa!
Sharback now playing the hit and roll. They want to roll it to the open side.
Whoa, Tim! Right!
Important to keep this shooter on the rings, obviously.
Way over. Yep.
That's exactly what they called.
It's
Good,
a great
good outcome.
roll.
Might be a little frostier
And
out
they
here.
wanted it as far away from that guard as possible. They don't want to see Gauthier and his team be able to hit and roll behind their guard.
Exactly.
Whoa.
They still can roll under the guard, but they'd be pretty deep, and it would be accessible with a chase if you play lightweight.
Hard, Cole. Hard, Cole. Jesus, that's straight. That was a stupid line call.
Just hang on the rings. But now, opportunity now for Shaun Meachem. Sitting
Was
one
the throw there or no?
It's just, I think it's just dead straight.
with the hammer
It was a little bit more positive for sure, but it's just dead
in
straight.
this ninth end. And
Gotta be crossy there. I didn't want to get to
having a
I
decent
thought so
shot
too,
now
but
at
it
a deuce
wasn't.
if you can get this one buried from Brady Sharback.
Yeah, they definitely want to make
Yeah,
sure
some sort of-
this has to be a well-placed draw. If it's a little light, they're giving a guard to Gauthier's team
Okay, go
to come around, and if it's heavy, it's backing to draw in there.
That's
So,
good.
Based on what we're seeing from these sweepers, they thought it was light out of his hand.
yeah, it definitely doesn't look heavy.
That's good.
I don't think they were wrong.
That's good. That's great.
They can get this for second shot, though.
Hey.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
that's
will.
Good shot, guys. Good
Really
shot.
Wow,
nice
what a
sweep.
scrub. Oh, holy.
Turn draw or
That's a
board
pretty
weight
perfect
chase?
spot.
Good shot.
I mean, if we give up two,
Brady
I
said
would-
something
I
nice
feel like we
to
can get
his
two.
sweepers because they got that there.
No, you weren't. Everybody else has been happy.
That's the thing. I was like,
Yeah.
it's very.
hit and roll, see what they do, and then
Yeah, like a good hack weight.
Yeah.
Good hack.
First rock at the end for Jacques Gauthier.
Thanks.
Hack.
Play at
I
the
think
shot
we can get a three
stone.
on these guys, even if they get a two.
Can't be too cute with this.
No, I feel like he's probably trying
I don't know what the
to
miss is.
tap
The miss
that
is
one
making
through
it.
and roll in the way, kind of in front of the back yellow, hoping maybe for a
No
jam.
way. Nope. Just hack.
It's never been the strongest part of this team. No, it's still good. Doesn't matter. It's fine. Yeah, that's right. I'd rather them do this, and then if we make the perfect roll, we can make or even a half a roll.
Yep. Whoa, whoa.
lead.
Lead.
Yep.
Whoa.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Cole. Cole.
Cole.
Nice. Not
Hard pull.
great.
Hard
Throw a
Cole.
little more at the end. That's Cole Chandler. And I don't know that they're going to be able to hold on to the shooter.
That was a tough shot. 'cause
Admit
they
all, I
didn't
think it's
clear
good.
the guard by that much on that.
Just,
So imagine the same call here for
yeah. It
Team Meachem.
It's so hard
Try and
though,
get
like-
behind that guard.
hair less and it's gonna be like back line.
Set up the
Well, it's
deuce.
just- I almost thought that was tight ice, but it actually runs in the middle a bit.
All right, guys. I'll try and knock
I
her
thought
back a
so
little
too.
for you
I thought
here.
so too. Even
His last couple
yeah.
draws have been
well, no,
heavy,
like even
so
though I was heavy, I thought we still had to go.
they have to make a little bit of a weight adjustment here to make sure that it's not behind the tee line.
Just kind of runs on the
kind of
center, eh?
letting Gauthier's team off the hook.
roughly the same line as the draw in the 7th end too, but he definitely was heavy on. But his sweepers believe he's fixed that.
Yeah.
Line's great.
Looks like a spot that's
Line's perfect,
very
guys.
sweepable. The sweepers can make
Line's
a big
perfect.
difference here.
14-6.
Boy, did they overcook it?
I wonder if that rock is maybe a little bit faster than
Sorry.
some of the other rocks
Not
on
your
the
fault, guys.
sheet.
It's just those other ones are so far
we
off
had
that it's hard for you to
Even
my
his
first one
draw
last and
in
just
the
crossed
8th
it.
end,
So I'm seeing
they
that.
didn't think it was through the house as they
That
were
wasn't
cleaning
fair
it
for
early.
them, 'cause
That
I've thrown
Sometimes
that
that can just
one
be a
down.
fast
Like
rock,
that
and
log. You know what I mean? 'Cause
you're
it was
not
so
100%
different.
sure on a new surface whether it's
Perfect
the
weight,
thrower
but
or the
they
rock,
haven't seen a
but
decent- they haven't seen a decent
it's a question
draw in a
that
month.
maybe should be
For me.
asked.
It's
He's
buried
the same as
firmly
my
though,
draws.
and boy, this is a big shot for Jacques Gauthier.
This is a big shot.
Does that
He
ever
said
look
like a
big
little
for
light
us?
in this situation is okay as long as you're a little bit tucked
Hey,
and you
left!
outcount the other
rather even
yellow
overthrow
rock
and leave him
and
shot,
force
yeah.
2.
Give us two
A
more.
3 here is a lot harder to come back
I
from.
just panicked on that one a little bit because it was just so much less than the other ones. That's what I needed.
I got 14.
Right.
Line's good.
So okay, quite a ways.
Perfect draw here could be a guaranteed
Line's great.
steal though.
Line's
good.
good. Now, line's good.
Line's
good.
great.
Line's good.
Cole Chandler,
Got to
Come on,
curve
boys.
it. Got to.
Braden Payette
Lock it on there. Hard, boys.
guiding this
Hard,
rock
I think it's
in.
real close.
Go. Go, 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 go.
That's very, very good. Looks like shot though still for Shaun Meachem. It certainly takes any kind of chance at a 3 out of play, but it will be a draw to bite the button for the deuce, Shaun
Still a
Meachem.
tough deuce.
So close, like 2
Still a tough
inches
deuce.
further and their shot.
Yeah, that's it.
Thoughts on the green 4-foot?
Now you got to see it.
Great
once,
effort.
Haven't seen that before, but it looks a little less bright in person than it does on the broadcast, that's for sure.
Oh,
Looks like it's neon on the
great shot.
broadcast.
We still said before I threw, we still think
I
we
got a
did that.
hair more.
That's not-
I got just a pinch more, guys.
Yep.
So here it is,
Line's
the
great,
draw
it's
for
all
2. Got to just about touch the button.
Line's good.
I do, yeah.
It's all on the sweepers.
14. It's okay.
Hartung and Lodish. And there it is.
Wow, that's a great
What
draw.
a great shot, great sweeping, great line
Make
call.
8.
And it is a
Make
deuce
8, we
for
win it.
Team Meachem in the 9th end, and they will take a 7-5 lead
That's good.
into this 10th end.
It lost its handle.
Entertaining last half of this game. Evan.
I think if it didn't
Yes,
lose its
it's
handle, it was still
also
shot. It just overcurled.
Far from over. The amount of time since the 5 rock roll that I've seen a 3 in the last end to win have been way more than I expected to see. So it's definitely not over at this point. And they're both a little low on time, so they won't have a ton of time to
Yup.
discuss
Nice shot.
shot options if they need to.
Just give you a quick update on the games on the ice. Now playing the 9th end, it is. They're standing in front of the team names right now, so give me a moment. But I can tell you that in one game, Roberge and Team Weeb, it is a 6-all tie playing the 9th end.
Didn't have
It
frost.
is Team Chambers
any
up
frost.
7-3 now. They stole 3 in the 8th
Stayed
end.
out there
They
perfectly.
have
Get
a
it through them.
7-3
Didn't get
lead
any
playing
weight off.
9 over Team Liburn.
Okay.
The lone women's game on the
Okay.
ice, it is Team Ashley Howard up 6-4 and Team Caitlin Jones.
Every one of his slides is a little bit different. Like he's just not.
I'll get you the last
You
update here in a
didn't feel like
moment.
you
When
could
they, there, it's a 2-all tie between Team Ryan and Team Grassy.
Line's
Get
good.
all the scores all the time.
good.
Curling.ca/scoreboard.
Braden drop.
Curling.ca/scoreboard.
Go ahead.
We're underway in this 10th end, and pretty simple game
Fight the
plan
nut.
for Team Gauthier.
It's a washer.
Score at least 2.
Oh my goodness. Now's the time to get technical, eh?
That's good.
Looks like they want to, Meachem wants to
That's
get
great, guys.
2 center line guards up. Make
Great.
sure he has an
That's perfect,
opportunity
Looks
to
great.
put some pressure on in the middle.
Yeah, that's okay. Atta boy. Shot. Shot.
It's pretty good separation between those two. That's
Yeah, considering the first rock is kind of halfway guard position, to get them lined up
Range early.
and that much
You're only
separation
if you have
is
to.
a very good shot.
What do you say, straight early? Can't go.
Line's gonna be okay.
Can't go.
Stays always you.
No. No.
so. What's the thought process for Team Gauthier?
Yeah,
As
now,
opposed to
now.
throwing
Go
another
ahead,
corner guard up, they're coming right in.
Yep.
I think that they're hoping that if they can get it buried
I don't think we've been late on
in a
that
good
top one.
spot,
that?
you
Play
can't
it like
really
3
chase after it because
3 ends.
if you hit the guard
Like
out
that?
of play, it goes back.
We've had almost
You
the
also,
same
by coming
game,
in
like,
first, you're forcing the
every
play to
end.
the wing. Whereas if you ignore it and put another guard up, then you know Meachem's team is going to come around those center line guards, and then you're chasing a little bit.
Well, they did get it buried, but
Quick.
Team Meachem believes they have access to at least looks like they called the freeze.
Pile some room.
Yeah,
It's getting better.
it seems to be running.
getting
That's
better.
a little bit
Still
heavy.
room. Still
of
room.
What they called for.
Puck in there. Good shot. It's fine.
Still hung on the rings, and we know what we
Right
call
this
those.
rock. Yeah.
A colorful adjective in front of
You know the
little
way.
outside biter is the way we call it out west. Is that the same thing here in Ottawa?
Those biters can definitely hurt you.
Cool.
I think they'll probably try at any opportunity to
Line's
play
good.
something to get that rock out of there, because you would hate if that was your extra
Okay, Jordan's
counter against you.
Where are you guys?
So
It
Payette
is
got-
open,
Need this?
at least.
No, we don't need it.
He's
We're
being
still in.
asked to
Cool, stay
come
close,
around
cool.
that guard
Yep,
again.
Yep. Bounce off it. Bounce off. Okay, that's not bad.
I feel like it went to the exact same spot.
So it is Team Meachem with shot stone. We'll continue watching those clocks. You can see it in the background right now. It's manageable. It's not dire straits, either one of them.
It's good. Clean. Line's good. Lock it on. Line's good. All right, Brady. Hard. Straight. Go. Go.
Looks like
Stay with it. Come on.
might have a good
Gotta
one
stay
coming
with
in
it.
here.
Okay, good sweep. Good sweep, boys.
It's a very nice shot.
Good. Great shot.
Same
Yellow sitting 2 now and not in a ton of trouble as of right now.
Line's nice.
Trying to get one into that pocket is
Are you?
Team Gauthier.
Line's great. Yep.
Braden
Yeah,
Payette.
go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Hard.
Just do it.
Gotta go. Gotta go. Gotta go. Gotta go. Gotta go. Gotta go. Need a bounce. Need a bounce. Great shot.
That's pretty good. It still is Team Meachem with shot stone, though.
That's that Red Rock is in a really good spot, though.
Oh yeah, all me.
Yeah, top 4.
It's hard to place a freeze on that red one that is in a great spot. Our first time out.
Jordan.
Game.
They called
My
up.
first thought was, given that your shot rock come around the center and
What are you thinking?
put pressure on
VP, might as well come
Gauthier's team by getting in there first.
in. I don't know.
No, it's
And
not.
sit
But I don't
two
know what
and-
else you do.
Yeah, you have to be careful how deep you go, just so you don't leave a double off of that red rock.
We play some sort of tap.
But as long as you're higher, even or higher with it, it would put a lot of pressure on them.
Mix things a bit,
Think
right?
about it is if he actually makes the round. What do we do if he makes the round? Under the like under the we could
The
freeze it,
freeze
or we
on
can
that rock
always
looks
lock
very
one
tough
on
to me, and I'm
the
not even
red
sure
so
if
that-
it's that helpful. So if you sit shot
Right.
frozen on that red rock, you should be able to make it go with peel, and the red rock's still not going anywhere.
Let's say you decide to throw a peel at it. I don't think that red.
I don't like that, but I mean, I'm just saying.
So yeah, if we ever play
you could probably play that too
with the guards
and just play it to jam that, keep this one around over here.
We'll see
It
what
is a
happens
90-second
with the shooter.
timeout.
We have to. I think it makes more sense to use them on Jordan's last and my first. Like almost just like insta-call them, unless it's not obvious here. Because my last should be, we either have
I'm not talking about throwing it super hard, because you can't throw it too hard.
It is Jeff Chambers, their fifth man.
The only problem
should be
is
more
discussing
than enough
the
to
shot.
throw
Roll
Jordan's
back
rock
here
and my
and
last. So I think Jordan's first, my first,
Time
or
is
Jordan's
back
last,
in.
my first, just insta timeout.
I don't mind this, Brady.
So it looks like they're going to go with what you had suggested, Emma. Play the draw in to the 4 foot behind their center guards.
You do have to be pretty precise with the placement of this rock, but if made well, it would put a lot of pressure on Gauthier's team, and it's very hard. It would be very hard for them to get to.
So what? Throwing the draw.
Yep! Okay, line's good! Line's good! Line's good!
Shaun feels like it's a little tight.
Yep!
Now,
Yes! Hard line! Hard line!
will it
Okay,
get
that's
by
fine,
that
Brady.
top? No, it will
Fine,
not. Boy, that looked like it had good weight too, Emma.
Yeah, the weight looked great on
Right on
that.
the nose!
Good throw. That fucking rock just
It's
Like
still
back 12? Like that
a
way?
usable
Just
rock.
back 12.
You could tap it up.
Hair high's fine.
There are still 2 yellow guards there, so
You're done, aren't you?
not
You
in
got
too
another
much trouble yet.
one? Okay.
So Team Gauthier trying to generate this deuce, if not
Green.
more, here in this 10th end,
On
down
that.
7-5 to
Yep.
Team Meachem.
Whoa, yes!
Yep.
Hard! Gotta go!
Get by that corner guard.
Hard!
Going to tickle.
Whoa.
And will it be a fortunate
Whoa.
tickle?
Tough break.
It was great weight
Do that
to be able
break.
to take the guard and stay in the rings. That's
Pardon? Yeah, I know.
now something that Meachem's team has to worry about.
Stays in for shot rock.
Pull.
Just back line!
As soon as this rock stops, timeout.
And they can see all of that red one now. So they moved the guard over and stopped in the 4 foot. So turned out pretty well.
Green! Yep! Yep! Hey!
Pretty Sharback. Oh, and it's Hartung and Lodish going to work on it. Trying to get by that short center guard, and it will wreck.
Okay, Brady.
Time!
That's not a bad result.
Do we have a time left?
No, it
Okay.
turned out okay,
Yeah, I
but
get it. Yeah.
I'm trying to decide.
All of them go.
yeah,
I think we want to make sure we stick the shooter though. The shooter
There
is the
are-
most important.
like
shot,
red being
right?
1 and 3 here. The 3 is still in play.
Well,
Team
if
Gauthier
we can
has
get the
called a
shooter
timeout.
under, even if we get it to here, right there. So we can't make this double. No,
Yeah.
I agree. I think we want to roll
I
it.
just wasn't sure we were
I
ready.
think we want to roll it just to center line.
That was my first thought.
I was saying normal.
Draw in there,
You want to
but
get rid of these yellows.
Well, I want to make sure this goes. just to back 12 at least.
All I'm thinking
John
is
Lund,
doubles.
their
Sorry, it
longtime
worked
coach,
out okay,
was
like,
with
it's
this
not
team
the
at the
Yeah,
World
but if
Juniors
we
when they
have
won in
this one-
2020.
This, I don't think this doubles. Oh,
Prior
this
to
doubles.
that is out to discuss
Well, I don't
things
think
with
You
it'll-
them.
can top this
This
one
this
up.
isn't going. I guess that's.
What's he got to play
Very
there?
well
Yellow.
respected in that Manitoba
You can't
curling
really leave
community.
that though.
If we
good
draw,
He's just going to leave a easy
I guess we could
double
leave
right
it.
there, like.
What is he doing? It's a good question.
So it appears to be Team
My
Gauthier
guard
sitting
that,
first.
Then what do I
yeah,
have?
there.
What do I can always run this in to win the game.
He'll try this probably.
He has no time to decide. He has to decide something. Do you hate the draw? Do you like your draw weight? It's that or the hit. Whatever you like.
Time out as soon as it's our turn.
If I do the draw,
I just think the
and
hit's
come
better
here,
now, but if you make it perfect,
I think
all
light
I
should
have to
know
do is
that
hit this high to win the game.
Okay.
I don't think they have to make
Call
a
the right
play
You like
on
the draw?
that.
Call the right shot.
Well,
Side
Jordan, if you
yellow
like
one
your draw
just
weight,
yet.
let's play it. If you
I
don't
think
like it, we'll play
These
the.
rocks are
think I
set
have
up.
it.
You like the draw weight?
The
Let's
right
make it.
angles for,
I've been throwing my
for
draws,
them.
not too bad. Yeah.
and if you
not gonna
disturb
get away with
it,
that
you
in
never
five
know
rock, yeah.
how it's going to land. And it might
Yeah,
not
well,
help
that's the
you as
problem,
much.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Get away from it. Freeze in the pocket there.
8 is the miss, puck 12 is the miss, right? It should be running good.
The decision has been made.
It's not bad.
Jordan Peters.
It's for the,
Running
Are
good.
they
here.
drawing behind the center guards?
it looks
Or-
like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Especially if you can put it in a spot where
good.
the
Felt
hit and
really
roll
good.
off the current red in the back forefoot
Line!
doesn't leave them shot rock.
Go to goal line.
This looks like.
Whoa,
That
whoa,
looks
whoa.
light.
Yeah, the spot
Just
seems to be
bounce,
taking
just
off
tickle.
for everyone.
Whoa, 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 you're by it right now.
It's been a lot of
He's gonna plug the
overcurls.
hole up a bit more.
Shouldn't have. Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah.
It's an important draw, but if this draw is made
But the only thing I was
frozen
thinking
on
is this
that
turn
red
sauce.
one,
Should have played.
Meachem's team I think will be
thought it-
pretty happy.
I missed it.
Yeah, lock it on.
Shaun Meachem's
I
first
missed it.
stone.
Oh, yeah,
on his
yeah,
10th
Yeah,
end.
it's running good here. Oh, yeah.
Thought it was a
I
bit.
didn't ever think I was light on that. Like,
You're a little tight too.
I thought I.
Pre-trials direct entry. First round here at the RA Center in Ottawa.
Like up the yellow.
A little big, that's okay though. Line's good. Stay close.
He's trying the same shot that Jordan Peters tried. Trying to get it by that red guard. It's there.
Looks like it's really swinging there.
Trying to get to that red stone. I think it's going to be heavy and past it.
Time.
Big break for Team Gauthier, and they will call their second timeout immediately.
Got it.
Jesus.
Now do you like still a draw?
They've got 2 minutes left on the clock. Team Meachem down to 26 seconds,
He's playing the
but
draw
they
on
do
his
have
last
another
one
timeout.
always.
If we don't.
I
No, I
imagine
think
they'll
like-
probably call their
you want-
I
timeout
think it's already been called.
right away.
Even here's good.
Yeah.
My first thought was probably this, boys. Yeah.
What the hell are we gonna do here?
Well, no, but he's gonna make it if he throws it again. That's the problem. I have. But the thing is that I have to make the hit perfect in
So
front
it
of
is
this
Team
because if I
Gauthier
have an
with
overroll,
Shot Rock. Team
I
Meachem
have
second
this,
and
I
third.
guess.
As they discuss, this is for Jacques Gauthier's
You know, either way, I got
first
to make a shot.
stone of this 10th
I think the
end.
draw, I'm always doing this anyway.
Trailing by 2.
No, not for that
They're
guard.
trying to just figure out where they can put this, where
I don't know. I think you're right,
Gauthier
Brandon.
got
I
you don't
think this
leave a
is the call.
freeze.
What's your gut?
This was my
and they
first
also
thought. This
set
is
up
a hard shot.
at least their 2.
I think we throw normal weight.
Is that 8? Can we ever get that 8 shot over that yellow over there?
Yes,
Maybe roll
it should
up,
spin up a
roll it
little bit.
Okay.
Let's throw normal weight. Right here is so
Looks
good.
like he's
Jordan.
planning
Right
to
in
play a
front of,
tap
like, directly in
here,
line
tap and
Exactly in line
roll.
one.
Okay.
I think normal nose is about there, so let's try that. I want to make sure we hit it high.
Double, like a pretty easy double here, couldn't it? Although it might jam, but yeah.
There's a lot of ways that this
Right.
Normal weight. Normal weight.
Probably just wants to roll just in front of their other red.
I'd say
If he
it's more
could
important that the shooter
place
sticks
the
in
rock
8 foot,
perfectly,
so
that's where they'd want to go.
2/3-ish. Just normal.
Whoa!
Read it!
He's super thin though.
On
isn't
its
Gotta
way.
go,
They're trying to get the
Arvin!
curl a little more.
Really gotta
Payette
go!
seeing if he can get something. Oops.
Okay.
He is still sitting shot
he?
rock.
Just
Why didn't that curl?
Yeah, he's got the.
Why didn't that
there.
curl?
If you're here to hit it,
Yeah, then it's yeah.
Yeah.
Are we playing top 4 though?
I thought I threw that okay.
But we're playing top 4.
I didn't like it, but
So
you
it is
liked
still
I thought it was-
second and
it should've
third for
curled.
Team
I
Meachem.
liked your slide, but your release looked like you just tucked her
Flicked
back.
it?
Okay, top pin's
That's what it
ideal.
looked
Big
like.
draw coming up now.
It looked like you
for the
flicked it
I guess
over
I
to
should have
Shaun
taken
Meachem.
tighter ice than that because
He places this where he wants
Yeah, that was
to.
lots of weight though.
It might be hard to
I know.
to
I need
get
less
2
for
for
sure.
Gauthier.
we're shot.
Yeah, we're shot.
Just threw this exact same shot on his first.
I
Was
think-
about 3 feet heavy.
Why it's okay, guys. Why it's okay.
Front enders, Hartung and Lodish.
Why it's
going to
good,
work.
guys.
He seemed to like it.
That should finish nice, but did they cook it again? There it is.
That's not good.
Yeah, we're playing.
They're sitting 3 now.
And then over that.
Might be tough to get 2.
Close to being there.
Frickin' millimeter higher.
And
And
then
that's it.
It's 6 inches higher. It's frickin'
Actually,
game
Jordan.
over.
Looks like they have
By
to
Mike,
play the
Right on
run
the
back.
nose. It's very
extremely
close.
tough to
Very
get to right
tough.
now. I think the only thing they
Right
got
on the
is the
nose
straight
is
back.
very
No?
close.
okay,
And stick it.
you're wanting
Yeah,
this to go
they
over
have
top,
to
right, or
hit
what?
it thin enough on that
No. I'm trying to
rock
almost
that
dead
Meachem
stuff it and
just
have it
threw,
spin. It's a lick
so that
high.
it spills across the face of the
Okay.
rock behind it and still
That's
catches the
makeable
other
for
yellow.
3
That's
for
a really
sure.
hard shot. If he makes it,
Yeah, it's
it might
that
be
or-
for the
or you
win,
like
but it's
that.
not easy.
I just think that more times than
Bit of a
not,
guess
don't
for
I
the
just lose
16,
my red?
Because it was quite a bit different throw than the
Think
first
so.
one.
Maybe.
So I have to hit the top of this, and I
After 2
can't.
more rocks,
I have to throw it so hard.
Gauthier's got
Okay.
less than a minute,
You like
so
it
there's
better?
Right on the
lots of
nose.
time to get the shot on the way. So
Give me nose, a little high, because it's a hair. It's a whisker high, Jordan. Whisker high.
It's still pretty. It's not the easiest shot in the world, that yellow. It could be. Yeah, it's more now.
it is going to be. There you see it.
He set a hair high, so I think he's trying to hit it just almost just high of nose and hope to spill all 3 of the yellows.
We should have been up 2 more points. My 2 draws were disasters. That's okay. I feel
Shot
good.
is
I feel it.
on its way. Jacques Gauthier, last shot.
Dead.
Run back.
Oh, wow.
He's going to get the deuce.
Just a fraction.
Not quite sure that was the way they called it, but they'll take it.
Wow. Still a great shot.
Emma, we're going to extra ends.
What a battle out there.
What a shot. Jacques Gauthier just leaning back and looking at the roof like, wow.
That's all right.
This is a grind.
Yeah, we get 5.
Definitely.
5
The
minutes.
steal isn't super easy, but they are making a ton of
Sorry about that
shots,
first
so
one, boys. Like,
they're going to give everything they have.
it's just straight there.
So we
You
will
should-
go to
you
the
probably
11th
should
end.
have.
It
Is
will
it
be
too much?
Team
Just
Meachem
asking
with
it.
Last Rock in a 7-7
I
tie.
was sitting
What
in the
a
hack-
great
I
shot
was sitting in the hack
by
thinking
Jacques
it's big,
Gauthier.
But I'm thinking, just trust the broom.
Now, we
And
can
I
tell
thought
you
I
a couple
trusted it. I flipped
finals.
it back, if anything, but it
It
just
was
didn't
Team
curl.
Chambers
And I
with the
was probably
7-5 win over Team Liburn. And Team JT
If you
Ryan
can force them to play this draw,
pulled out a 4-3 win over Team Shaun Grassy.
Yeah, his intern draw.
And the other great
Okay,
3
go,
games
boys.
still on the ice. It is
1 or 3, Cole.
Team Roberge with a 7-6 lead, playing 10 against Team Weeb. Team Weeb with the hammer. And in the only women's game, it's Team Ashley Howard with an 8-4 lead over Team Caitlin Jones, also playing the 10th end. Team Jones with the hammer. Team Howard stole a deuce in the 9th end to take control of that game. Reminder, we will be back on the air at 3:30 p.m. Eastern, or as close to it as possible. It's a very quick turnaround time between draws here, so the ice techs are already at work preparing sheets, but there may be a small delay in that start time, so just keep watching our YouTube channel and you'll see it when the game starts. You won't miss a shot. And again at 8:30.
I'm assuming?
We'll be back on the air. That'll be the first draw of the trials direct
Only
entry.
your arm. Leave it, leave it, leave it, leave it.
Good.
Shut. Shut.
I don't think so. Might not even need to necessarily.
So Meachem's opted for the come around and not the tick. They're already preparing for the new rules.
Sponge up a little.
Oh, that's
There we
thick.
go. Just joystick curling. Jesus,
Okay.
sorry.
Just out. No, it is what it is.
It's getting a little flat.
Oh, yeah.
It just is kind of what it is.
Line's good. Only if you have to, boys.
3.
Hold on. Looks heavy.
So Team Meachem, as we've noted,
It's in, we have to bury it.
first game since October
in?
2020. Now
No,
they're
we're
getting
not
the
in.
kinks out in an awful hurry. They're playing 10 ends. They're
That's
in
good there.
extra ends.
Good too, Cole, boy.
And I got to think both teams have to be pretty pleased with the way they've bounced back from some adversity throughout the course of this game as well, because it hasn't. There's been a few twists and turns along the way to get to this 11th end.
Yeah, as there would be having not played in the better part of a year. So I think whoever comes out of this game with the win
That's
will
good.
be pretty happy that they get the win and
That's
they got
nice,
to
guys.
learn
Okay,
the ice
wait,
surface
wait,
is
wait.
doing and get those
Wait,
kinks
wait.
out at the same time.
Okay, line's great.
We can tell you that the first women's
Hey, curl
game
it then.
is now over.
Curl
It will
then.
be a win
Curl.
for Team Ashley Howard as they've run Team Caitlin Jones out of stones. Looks like an 8-4 win for
Shot.
Team Howard.
Hair tap.
Just like T-line, back 4.
Back 4.
So a couple of Meachem counters in front of the tee line.
So our 2 nice draws there.
That's
Line's good.
probably just freeze.
Hard done. Try to go if you're just freezing. Whoa. Whoa.
I think the goal was
Archer.
to try to tap
Just
those
light.
rocks back,
Okay.
but it might have gotten
Come on.
just a little bit of a tighter path and that was a little bit slower. If it starts to curl, it does take the weight off. I don't
So
think
now-
that was exactly what they wanted on that one.
6th stone of the end. That means now that these guards can be removed. Tyler Hartung,
Yep.
he has to get rid of a couple at least
Hey.
and lose the shooter
Whoa.
if possible.
Whoa.
Sorry.
Shooter will
Little
stay.
thinner. Sorry
Sure
about
stays, but it did slide a
Same
little
shot,
bit deeper,
DP.
which makes that double peel to the other red guard a little bit easier.
Line's nice. How much is that?
Braden Payette, I believe, being asked to
Whoa.
jiggle those yellow stones
Go, go
around
ahead,
a
go.
little bit. And
Go,
it's
go,
gonna
go.
curl a
Go,
little
go,
bit.
go. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. Go, go, go.
Just like that, pretty good.
Shot.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious. Did that
I think
just...
they probably wanted to tap that a little bit farther and get one of those behind the tee line, but I don't think they could see a whole lot of it. So just getting a rock
Dude,
in there
Red,
is
it just...
very helpful.
Now that double peel you talked about.
Yep. Okay. Hey! This guy had a game.
That
Great
is
shot.
a good
That hit?
shot.
Very nice, eh? Great shot. Great shot.
Tyler Hartung, a reminder, and there you saw the salute from
I had to make
Jacques
a better one than
Gauthier
your first one.
telling him nice shot because it was.
Sorry
and that,
about your line, Colin.
that might be a game winner. I mean, it's going to be awfully hard to generate any kind of steal now for Jacques Gauthier. It's going to take a big miss at some point.
It will. It looks like that rock that is just back 8 there, that might be it.
Halfway.
The last shot might have to be to freeze onto that and kind of hope for a miss.
And cross
but-
your
Sure, you're
fingers.
over, boys.
Yeah.
As we mentioned, Tyler Hartung is sparing for this team this week.
Let me hop in here.
Based on that
Look at
shot that we just saw, the double
Went straight
peel,
sideways.
that was a good pickup for Team Meachem.
Definitely.
Braden Stewart could not make the trip as he's a teacher back in Saskatchewan. So
Whoa! Wait, now bye. Great throw.
that's just a matter of executing these peels on the
Just
guards.
over curl.
I take it back. I'm not sure if the freeze on that back 8 rock would
Actually,
sit shot.
Spray this side.
So
just we
maybe
know
at
it.
some point before Skip's rocks, he's going to have to make a play on that top 4 rock and tap
I'm
it
gonna have
into
to
a
play this
pocket,
in turn anyway,
hoping
Braden.
to use it on his last.
Well, it's gonna be a guess on my last one.
Careful.
Line's good.
Essentially, I
Careful,
think
Cole.
Team
Fine.
Gauthier looking for a spot on the ice that might give some problems for a
Curl a
peel,
bit, maybe.
but when you throw it hard enough, those
What?
problems
We just have
tend to
figure out what the
disappear, and
speed,
any
what
kind
the
of
line's
flaws in
doing
the
there,
ice
'cause
disappear too.
As long as it's over the hog line.
They're
just
not
peeling it, we
automatic,
gotta figure out
but
what's
they
wrong.
are made very
Yeah, no, I-
frequently.
That was a
Brady
call.
Sharback being asked to throw the peel now.
Good. Good.
Just cleaning it, so
Ready.
their executed shot.
Time out.
Closer to the end. At some point, when does Jacques Gauthier make the decision to play the kind of shot you were talking about? I think that's their only out.
It would have to be now, I think. Yeah.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
First skip rock, yes. I think you're
Yeah.
correct.
It is.
Or you just go
But they
for
run
this.
nice.
And
When
you-
you set them there, they run.
Yeah.
It's
nice.
hard
It's just that
to
if
call
you
a
ever-
perfect
You can
tap
do a
for a
little play
weight
on
because
that,
you don't know
but
if it's going to
until you
glide a
just set
bit,
it,
but
you-
you would want to tap it so that it's
As long as
exactly
we
even
bounce
with the other
off it
rock in the back
a little
there.
bit. He can't get all
Easiest
three of
thing
them,
in the
right?
world
That's
to
my
do.
only.
It's half around that one.
Because if I could ever put it right there, shooter just in front, he's got to peel it. I put it there. Pretty tough. That's
On this side, you're talking?
that's what I'm thinking. This guy knows what he's talking about. That's
The only thing I see with
as long as even if I'm frozen on this side, he rips it. I have this.
And the other men's game that's on the ice now, a final,
As
is
long as
Team
I
Rosario
bounce off
steals
it,
two
or
in
as long
10th
as I'm
end
on this
and
side of the
finish
rock,
off a
get
9-6
everything
win
should
for
have
Team
been
Reed.
you're trying to this one
So
be
we
shot
are
with this.
watching the
Doesn't
only
matter.
game, the final game left
might.
on the ice in this opening
He's gonna
draw
peel-
of the
he's
pre-trials direct entry event
Oh, I see what
in
you're
Ottawa.
saying. He peels it, and then we can
Then
start it.
timeout was
Someone
called.
go shot over this.
Good. Yeah. Okay. Well, this is the shot in.
I think you will be anyway.
I think. I think. I mean. I think.
I don't think there are too terribly many options
I think
available.
back 8 weight.
No, I think
Yeah, he
that's
makes
your
that
best
over.
chance.
Sorry, but no.
I was already told
Back
that.
it. How much heavier is it here? What?
That's really like
If
top
you could
eight.
freeze on the back
Top
one and
8
be
weight,
shot,
and
I
it
think it
was
would be a
a
little bit
halfway
different,
guard.
but I think it's just a little bit too far.
I think they were still talking about that
Not
freeze, though, just
Up at you again.
on the
Getting your back
assumption that
eight
it
You
weight.
can still
would,
throw this turn if you want.
I mean, I'd probably have to
Team
throw the end
Meachem
of my
do
last
in
one.
response, but
Unless you guard.
10 feet. That's what I'm thinking too.
That's like
Is that too much ice
I know.
for back 8? Little less.
but I mean,
Yeah, the
they
depth
would
makes
just
the difference on that one too.
nose it, I would think.
Yeah, I think so. I think it looks like based off where they put the broom, they are playing the tap
Both
back
got 10
here.
feet. Maybe a little more. 'Cause I'd rather just freeze on the back than overkill.
So here is Jacques Gauthier's final delivery.
Just tee? Okay.
Room right now. Room, lots of room. Tons,
Tons of room. Pile of room.
Braden's always. Braden's always. Braden's always. Braden, go ahead. Braden, go ahead. Braden, go ahead.
Big
Going around.
Wrap it, no?
Go ahead.
Might have
Braden.
been a plan B.
That's going to just bump out into the open.
Okay.
And Shaun Meachem will not have to throw, I don't think.
Oh, it's still one more to go.
Still one more. Okay, they changed it to the 8 rock rule.
Crap, was that heavy?
Ah,
Do you
yes.
want to
I
leave that
thought I
back
had
one
like
or not? I
That
think
was
I
right
would mind.
back. Like,
These rule
that was
changes so hard to
perfect
keep up with him.
Yeah.
So, this is
Yeah,
Shaun
I was
Meachem's
doing
first
field already
stone.
with
He's
the
just
nose.
going to make that go away.
Oh, good.
Heavy, eh?
Holy moly. What? At least I know I can throw the same weight on my next one.
And I don't think he'd be displeased if one or more of his stones went away too, to keep it as clean as possible. Right?
Yeah, I'm surprised that he just signaled to take everything on the
Just feel
inside,
just
because I think that
relative
actually
distance
places
inside
a
nose is
risk
fine.
in
As
just
long as you
ticking
roll
the
it
yellow
over
and then
there,
creating that
I
pocket
kinda
that Jacques
wanna lose
Gauthier
that
was just
when if we
trying to
can.
create on his first rock. I think if you go high side and clip the back one, that would be a better outcome in which yellow rock to remove from play.
Almost made ours.
Like, that is
That works.
this isn't looking like a steal to me at this
Now,
point.
that's
That's what fell.
You go here then?
So that's what wiped out coming out. It's had a little-
seeing if they
had a
can
little
draw
speed
behind it
wobble there.
somehow, some way.
kinda weight.
To
Yeah.
Only
It was
other
a little
thought.
bit more, but that was a little bit of, it's a little bit of just trying to get rid of it because I was,
This path is.
Perfect though. You went right at me. It looked good.
it faded though.
The
eh?
only thing is,
Yeah.
I think no matter what,
Yeah. It's
like,
just
you have to,
because
we'd almost have to make this double.
It worked out.
You could just roll there, I guess, if you
You
want
could call that if you ever thought you could make it.
You know what I mean? Like I mean the degree of difficulty on this shot is so hard just for a foot run back. And it's not like it's even snapping in this spot where if he throws it tight and he threw.
Exactly.
I mean I think if I do this, he's throwing the draw,
No, they turn off.
and he just threw a peel.
well, the conversation is taking place, but
But you're like, I know that.
not sure there's too terribly many options here.
No, I feel like your only
agree.
shot
it's
is
just so
to
easy and
tap it so that you're sitting just shot top 4 and tap it into the back 8 foot and hope for a miss.
This is frosty.
Freezing
Right.
out anyway.
Yeah. I mean, do we
You
have
wanna
to
make
make
the
the double?
You have an eternity
I don't think you
for-
have to make it.
The rest of the game feels like you're wrecking.
It's very thick anyway.
You can call it.
That's my only thought. Is the only reason I'm questionable about the hit is I don't know. I think we either have to go for the double with peel
That was on my
or
second
just
shot.
draw because it's so flat that I have to throw peel to make it anyway. I think throw peel. Give me right there. Right where I need to hit it.
Is the out?
He's
With the out. Yeah.
hitting
just
and
gonna kick
rolling
low.
to the side.
I think if we hit it
Maybe
right on
to
the broom, that's where we need to hit, eh?
Don't you just
slightly
try
corner
and
freeze the
freaking
other one.
Both.
Go around it. Gonna get it.
Say,
Go
here's
up
the
to
full 8 foot. Go for it.
This is, I won't have to even
I
think
think
Yeah.
this is the call, boys.
to play this.
Not many other choices.
Nope.
Yeah. No, yeah, for sure.
And you just take about that much ice.
Just
I
nice.
can tell you the winner of this game will be back in action tomorrow at noon against Team Robert.
I mean, we can just drop.
Yes.
Yep.
The loser will play against
Yeah.
Team Weeb tomorrow at 8 a.m.
Whoa! 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 I
Trying to get
roll!
that flat roll over. And good try. But all Shaun Meachem has to do is essentially make contact with that stone.
Yeah, I'll throw the same.
He will get the winning point or points here in the
I broke my
11th
wrist
end.
on it. I thought, could not believe it ran that straight. Yeah.
That was so flat. I think that's where you had to hit it.
And Emma, I believe that is it. It is the hit for 2 And it is a 9-7 win for Team Meachem to own the pre-trials event. We'll be back at 3:30 this afternoon with another game. So for Emma Miskew, this is Al Cameron saying so long from the RA Centre in Ottawa.
Maximized our time clocks on that game, didn't we? Holy smokes.
I know.
I guess you know I'm throwing all my hitting sticks all week, eh?
That's fine. I got this is cold. You want your Gato?
Get your tickets now at curling.ca.